Go. Welcome.
Wow.
Is Koto peeking the mic again?
What?
Welcome to a tier stream. Until this stream, it's been a while since we've done one of these.
Thank you for making it, guys.
Yeah. Welcome,
Yeah.
Bronze Galaxy. I see ya.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
It's good to see ya. It's good to see ya. Nami's here too. Hello.
Welcome.
It is
Welcome, everyone.
It is us. The Pain Twins. We are doing our tier list. Hopefully the writing is big enough. About very nerdy stuff. Well, very subjective.
Very subjective stuff, yes.
But yakus that are most likely to betray you and break your heart. That's right. We want to do more creative things. S tier. But before that, we should introduce the tiers anyway. Even if you are not familiar with the Mahjong yakus, it is okay because I have things like whoop, 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 whoop. I have some pictures here to remind you of the different hands and the hell that they bring. Okay? So this tier list is about which one where you're playing a mahjong hand and you're aiming for something in particular, okay? But which one of these are most likely to betray you? So here are the tier lists. Koto, do you want to read them from the bottom? The green flags first.
All right. So the green flag.
Yes.
The green flag is and always will be. Always got your back.
The ones that got your back.
No matter where you are in your mahjong life.
Bronze is giving me a weird look, so I'm not sure if he thinks any of them got your back. But anyway.
Cut that out, yeah. It's
the yellow tier.
Green. Yeah.
A little bit more sus.
The yellow tier. Oh boy.
Calm down.
The yellow tier is a little two-faced. A bit sus. A little bit sus.
For the yakus that, they come into the office in the morning and they always say hello with this sweet smile, but they've got something behind those eyes. They're kind of like, oh no, they're bored of this chit chat. It's obligatory. They're a little bit two-faced.
They're smiling on the lower half, but not the top half.
What does that mean?
How it's like. Some people you can see their mouth is smiling, but their eyes aren't smiling. Kind of thing.
What the fuck? What? Is my brain dirty, or is just Koto saying weird shite? Anyway,
not that low.
Let's move on.
Jesus.
So, the next tier, the orangey one, is how could you do this to me? These are the ones where you actually feel freaking hurt over why
they start betraying you. Yeah, they start betraying you often.
Yes, their betrayal actually hurts you mentally and point-wise as well. Okay.
Bronze. Damn it, Bronze.
Worse than that are the yakus that secretly hate you.
So it's like a thinly veiled,
contempt.
Thinly veiled contempt, yeah.
Every time it actually feels like they are out to get you. They are out to ruin your life and your point standings.
Yeah.
We trust in them. We go for them and get them all the tiles that they need, but they still secretly hate you. Why is that? Why am I not blessed by the tile god?
Yeah.
And then the last one.
Yeah.
Reserved only for the ones that betray you at first chance.
They see you and they run away immediately.
남의 산쇼ku. We put them in order so that our pain is kind of diluted at first, I guess. All right. Well, more like popularity wise, we try to keep the kind of a little less popular until later. There are 23 in all. We didn't include any yakumans. Yes, we didn't include any yakumans. These are actually the ones that you usually play with. The friends that are your co-workers. Not the celebs. Not your boss. But the co-workers.
Whoa.
Yes. These are the ones that you will see fairly recent. You have seen them recently in the workplace. Okay? Alright. Can we start with the first one, Koto? I'll put this here first in the middle. But Rich. Rich. They will start from always got your back. Hold on. Okay, the Riichi. The Riichi. The Riichi. Uh-oh, Koto, you're breaking up a little bit. But this, obviously, is a yaku, which you have to complete with your hand closed. Okay? And then a shiny orange button comes up and says, Riichi.
It says Rich. It has its own button.
Yes.
Specifically for the reach.
But remember,
at the end, when you press reach, it's not the end. You're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting.
So,
and then people never drop the tar.
Yeah, the problem about this one, okay, like I know half the time you probably go for Riichi. Yeah, half the time you're like, I don't want to open my hand, I'm going to go for Riichi. But the problem about this one,
it's a very good idea.
But I guess we should talk about whether you get to Riichi or not, and whether it also succeeds. Because the succeeding part, we understand that you're literally declaring to everyone, hey, I'm nearly there, man. Right?
Yeah.
So especially in freaking Jade room, no one freaking drops your weight because they try to read your weight, which is bloody annoying. And you're just waiting for Tsumo.
Yeah.
If Yakuman were included, Tenho would just be given green for sure. Oh my lord. I don't trust my luck. Always.
God.
I mean, like, if you ever did get it, I mean, yeah, always got your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true, that's true. Very true, Bronze. Well, what do you think, Koto? Do you trust Riichi with your life?
Well, I, for one, have a very low Riichi rate. So I don't think...
This is gonna be so biased because of the Pain twins.
So I don't know if I should be talking on behalf of Mahjong players. Because I'm actually one of those types who keep on rejecting Riichi. Or Riichi rejects me. Depending on the circumstance.
I know, it's like, Riichi, you are too freaking slow, man. You are too freaking slow, man. Like, oh my god, I have to wait for these closed weights and these end weights. I don't know. But about it actually betraying you and giving you that win, what do you think?
I see a lot of epic wins on Riichi.
They're
not really mine, because some people Riichi on really, like closed weights. They take that chance and they Riichi on it, and then they get very, very good results.
Right.
Yeah. So for those people, Riichi in fact does have their back.
It is their best friend.
Riichi, if people don't know, especially if people haven't played Mahjong that much, the Riichi combined with other yaku and inflate your hand so much.
And the Dora, Dora
mechanisms, and hence that is probably one of the reasons why Riichi Mahjong, Japanese Riichi Mahjong, has literally awarded Riichi as part of the Japanese Mahjong name.
To be honest, I feel like we're a slave to the Riichi, as a Janshi, as a person who's playing, we are the slave to the Riichi. We're like, oh Riichi gods, you are so powerful. You have the power to open Uradora, right?
Yeah.
Please bless me and make me win. But it does betray you, and Bronze seems to agree. Bronze says Riichi is absolutely evil. Every freaking time you draw the red 5s, you've got the other 5s in your hand and you're forced to drop them because you're already declared Riichi. And then you get Ron and gift them one Han and a Riichi stick, and it sucks. I forgot about that.
Oh, that is so
You have
true.
to gift the Riichi stick. You have to put it on the altar, Koto. It actually takes away from you.
You have to sacrifice a stick to the gods.
It's a senpai. That senior who always like, okay, but you need to make me coffee every morning, like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They take something away from you with only a verbal promise of return.
Do you guys think that a Riichi sound, you know, or
because
like,
I can.
a metal sound?
Yeah. Oh no, Koto's breaking up a little bit. Nah, Koto, your mic is still weird.
I feel no, really.
Okay, it's back.
Is it back?
It's back. It's back. All good.
I feel like sacrificing a metal rod, you know, like a metal clang sound every time.
Yeah. Riichi, man. Go to cosplay. But I think we can agree it doesn't always got your back.
Oh, the robot cosplay, no.
This is from time to time. Koto, it was doing absolutely fine before the stream. What's going on, man? There it is, the metal pipe. I'm thinking, Koto, maybe I'm thinking Two-Faced, to be honest. Like how Riichi is like, you know, it's got its pros and it's got its cons. I feel like I want to put it in the Two-Faced tier. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Leave it there first.
The pros are very much pro.
Uh-huh.
But it's got that other face.
Oh yeah, like if you do a bad Riichi, like the cheap Riichi, oh man. Gukke Riichi, as Japanese people call it. The cheap ass bad Riichis.
Where it's
my God.
you've committed.
You actually get killed by other people.
Yeah, literally, you can get double run because you're in Riichi. You know, you can experience a new world of pain after you have declared Riichi.
Exactly.
So it can be a double sword. Yes.
Now you guys might put it in a different tier if you're in love with the Riichis, but I don't know, man. It's betrayed me more than once. I gotta say that. All right, the next one.
Yeah.
The next one, Koto, is All Simples. All Simples.
This one.
All Simples is a hand where you win without any terminal tiles, which means only to an 8. The Simples.
2 and 8.
In Mahjong.
No
1 and 9.
A 1, you chuck. A 9, you chuck. A
1 and
dragon
9s.
tile, you chuck.
1 and 9s are the edge tiles in Mahjong. So you can't use them. You can't use any of the fancies, like the ones with the characters on them. No. Only 2 to 8 from the 3 suits. Alright. What do we think about All Simples? Now, this friend of ours has benefits, okay? You can play it open-handed. You can call for them. Chi, pong, kan. You can call for them. Or you can keep it closed. Yeah, and get another hand for the closed hand. It's pretty versatile. They help us out with different things. So what you think? Does it betray you though?
Tanya.
Nobody got me. I know Tanya got me. Got an A, man. You know what? Oh, you know what? Actually,
one of the more trustworthy ones.
I agree, Koto. I think for me, even if I go for another Yaku, okay, I kind of resort back to Tanya. I was like, man.
Yeah, it's the one friend that you can screw up halfway
Right.
And go into it and say, "Hey, do you still got me?"
Yeah, I messed up tonight. I drank too much. Can I stay at your house today? Like that. You can actually halfway through, call Riichi and Riichi, what the fuck? Oh my god, I'm still hung up on Riichi. Anyway, all simple still got your back halfway. I think, Koto. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? B2? B1?
I think I'm thinking what you're thinking, B1.
All simple got your back. Alright. I think
So
enough
it's not
said.
perfect. It's not perfect.
Amen.
It is definitely one of the trustworthy ones. Yeah.
If nothing got my back, Tanya got my back. Oh my god, I am so hung up on Riichi. Oh my god, get me out of this hell. Anyway, the next one are the dragons. The dragons. Alright.
What do you guys think?
In this example, it's only the whites, but it means 3 of those white tiles, white dragon, the greens, the green.
Saki, hello.
Hello, Saki.
Yeah.
A triplet of the green tiles or the red dragon tiles. Now, if you have a triplet of them, you can win this Yaku open hand or closed hand is okay as well. What are we thinking? Does this one got our back or does it secretly hate us actually? What do you think?
Are they pretty trustworthy?
Now,
I'd say yes.
I was going to say it. Now,
easy money.
There are many a time where I wait on my dragon tiles. Now, if you have 3 of them in your hand, or if you can call Pong and grab one at the beginning of your hand, it's all fine and dandy. But we're also thinking, don't forget, Koto, those times where you have a pair, okay? A pair of them, only 2. Would you wait for that last one to complete the only Yaku you got?
To be honest though, Neon, I am quite a dragon believer.
You are a dragon believer?
Yeah, because if you know the consequences of opening your hand with a dragon tile, if you know what will happen, when you pawn them, how, once you open your hand, like if you pawn them, your hand is opened. If you know that, right? Then your hand becomes very much easy to complete because the dragons allow you to cheat or pawn any other groups. So your hand becomes probably one of the fastest hands to complete, right?
Yeah,
because
it's
you can
like
complete it, and you've got the Yaku there. And even if you have a pair in your hand, right, concealed, you might like to consider reaching with it because it'll become like a double pair Riichi weight, right? And and dragons are quite like they're one of the tiles that may come out when people reach you. Like people
it seems like Koto really likes the dragons.
To drop it. Yeah, I have read somewhere that I cannot exactly quote where, but they have said that a Riichi on a dragon tile is comparable to a sideway. Yeah, so I am quite the dragon believer.
So what you're saying, Koto,
is
that the green dragons, if they're not busy and they come to you early, they're pretty reliable.
Yeah, there are some times where the dragon tiles escape you, but how often is that really? How often is that really compared to the times they have your back?
That's true. That's true.
I believe in the dragon tiles, but what is your opinion, Neil?
No, I'm just reading chat as well, Koto. Name said easy money.
Cecilia doesn't buy that it comes out.
Doesn't buy it.
Well, it is okay. Well, okay. If it's late game and a dragon never comes out, maybe people will hold on to it. That's true.
Yeah, but Cecilia, is that the dragon's fault, or is it people putting their reliance on dragons too much? is basically two players, you know, trying to rely on this poor soul who's super busy, right? I'm trying to, you know, if they were your co-worker at work, they've got their hands busy. They're so kind to everyone. They're helping everyone out that they're stretched so thin.
Yeah, I know.
It's a dragon's fault for being in the dead. Well, that's true. That's true.
Oh.
How dare they? I know.
Oh.
Damir, hello, welcome.
You Riichi, and then they're both in the dead wall. Oh
I
my
don't think their betrayal is that high, Koto. I think they're one of the bottom two. I am
don't know. I'm a
edging
dragon
more.
believer.
Yeah, I know Koto's a super
Also,
dragon believer.
If you complete that, you know, if you complete that weight, that Riichi weight on a dragon, you get an extra.
Yeah, Atozuke is a little bit dangerous, but I also think that, you know, dragons is pretty good.
I don't know.
Dragon pretty good, to be honest. It's quite flat. Like, again, kind of like all simples, you could kind of resort to it later. And remember, don't forget that the dragons could be a safety tile. You know, you have two at the beginning and you're like, oh, okay, I will go for Riichi with them. Or maybe I can use it to defend on. But then suddenly a third one comes out, you're like, oh, okay, maybe I will go for it. You know, like there's things to do, there's potential there for this phrase. Yeah. Cecilia's already complaining about Chitoy. I know.
Cecilia's eyeing out the Chitoy.
The Chitoy. Alright, next one, Seat Wind. I will put them in green first, but they will move up and down. Seat Wind, what do you think?
What do you think, guys?
Seat Wind now.
What do you think, Neon?
This is your wind, okay? Not necessarily the dealer wind, your wind. Okay.
It's the seat that you're sitting on's wind.
Seat Wind, your homie. I'm just thinking, okay, seat wind, there's still pros and cons here. Alright? Koto, this is what I'm thinking. So,
what do you think, Neon?
your seat wind is usually safer if you hold on to it. People don't need it as much, okay?
Right.
Because it's not the dealer, it's not worth it to them. But the
It's not
problem
really worth
is,
them, usually.
okay, they're your homie, but they're no one else's homie. They're like one of those people.
Oh, sorry. I'm just
Right. They're one of those.
No one else.
They're one of those people who say hi to you, but then with other people they're really shy. Right?
Yeah.
So the problem is everyone else kicks them out at the beginning.
Before you
And
can.
sometimes you're left with none.
Yeah. They're gone most of the time.
Mid-tier unless you draw
homie,
two.
but you've only got one homie.
Right.
You don't have its siblings. You've only got the homie. The one.
Yeah, like for example,
One's not enough.
you have one, somebody drops another one before you can get a pair, and then you get a pair and you're waiting on one left. What do? You
How
know?
many times have people dropped your homie on the first turn? Right? And
Yeah.
then there's once one person drops their homie, the other person pulls out your homie from their hand and drops it straight away.
I know, bruh.
Like,
It's like, they're your homie, but they're only your homie, not anyone else's homie. So it's like, oh, does that count as always got your back?
so they're like good on paper, but in the game, how often does your homie have your back? You know?
No. I mean, they don't betray you though, Koto. I mean, okay, but to be honest, I think I will.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, Koto, but I think I would put it in this tier anyway, because it's kind of my fault if I want to rely on my homie.
So
Even,
you're saying,
you know.
So you're saying beauty is in the eye of the beholder?
Yeah, I feel like if one of them's cut early, if somebody else dropped my seat win early and I have a pair of it and I still want to depend on it, that's kind of on me. You know, I could use it as a pair, but I'm like, no, I want to use it as a yaku. Then that's kind of on me. That's not really its fault anymore.
True, it's not the Yaku's fault. It's
Yeah.
just the gameplay.
'Cause you-
It doesn't
Right? Because you gotta admit, if you tanky on your seat win and it's not useful to other people, it's a pretty good tanky.
Well, but Neon, think about this. If you wait for your seat wind, but you Riichi and stuff, you know, don't other people think it's sus? Because it's only useful to
Sometimes.
us?
In Jade
You know what I
Room.
mean? Like if you Riichi, right?
In Jade Room. In Jade Room. I feel like Gold Room, they're kind of like, yeah, but my hand's bigger.
like-
Drop.
But like, don't you think like a single
I
weight,
love
like
Gold Room.
Neon, like
Uh-huh.
don't you think a single weight, like a tanky weight on someone else's seat wind might be more likely to come out? Because if they know you're waiting, they might not think it's, you know,
Even if it's one cut.
useful to you. It's like that reverse psychology thing going on. Like you gotta sometimes wait on something not sus.
I don't
But
know.
our seat wind is kind of sus, you know? Like
I mean, yeah, if you're Riichi.
how is that feeling there?
If you're Riichi. Celia said, I don't know, my seat wind always gets touched by other people before me, so I'm kind of skanky. Not slut shaming. Also, when someone draws your wind, there's an awkward pause.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you gotta turn off the C command, the don't call on it command.
But
yeah.
you gotta think with it, you know. So you're like, should I?
So true. Demir said, I feel like this tier list is a bit upside down. There's gotta be so much more on top. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll
We're
get
starting with these ones on purpose.
there. Yeah, we're starting with the popular ones. Celia said,
starting with
true
these
gold room is my hand's bigger and their hand is 2004.
That is kind of true. That is true.
He's like, my hand fast. It's like, okay, all right then, all right. I think we'll put it here for now, but we can change it. All right, prevalent win. Does it deserve? Does it deserve the always get your back? Prevalent win's a little different. Everyone needs it. You need it. If you're not dealer doubly needs it. Dealer doubly needs it.
Wait, I feel like Bronze has something against prevalent win.
Let's see. Ron says prevalent
Whoa.
win just waiting to shank you in an alleyway the moment you show any weakness.
Ron?
Okay. I think prevalent win, if you're on its good side, aka you got a pair, you have it early. Other people are like, okay, I'm gonna rely on somebody else. I think that's good. If you're on its good side, you know, it's all fine and dandy. If you're not, I also would not trust this Yaku, man. I also would not trust this Yaku.
What if you? Isn't it a nightmare if you have a pair and then someone else has a pair?
I know, right?
And you're waiting?
Yeah.
And you're waiting and it never comes out?
Oh, Cecilia, I did save this as a public one, so if anyone wants to do it, please. Yeah, I made the little writing, so it should be under my name as a creator. I logged in via Twitter, by the way. Oh yeah. The tag is Mahjong, by the way. So yeah, if it says it's made by Neon, go ahead.
Yeah. Good job. Very nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Prevalent wind is not on the same level as seat wind. I think bronze is right. What do you think, Koto?
Like I don't think I have such a strong opinion as bronze. Because there are times where prevalent wind can be pretty useful, and I feel like you know, when you have a pair early on, prevalent wind does come out. I feel. Whoa!
It does. I know. I'm like.
I would say a little two-faced.
Yeah. I'm kind of like here as well. I'm kind of here.
I don't know, but at the
It's not
same
too bad.
time, as useful it is to us, and as much as it helps us, it helps everyone else too. I
Oh
feel
wait.
like
But now that you mention it, Koto, it does help
everyone
us. What if we were the dealer though?
Yeah, we get 2. But
Right.
I swear, I've given the
Uh-huh.
prevalent win to the dealer so many times. But I don't know if it's its fault. You know.
That's true.
Or,
That's true. It's kind of annoying, but
Name.
yeah, maybe Two-Face. Name. Oh, see you,
Remember.
Name. Also, remember, I will remember that.
See you, Name. Thank you.
Name's worst enemy, Sanshoku.
Good luck with work.
Sanshoku Dojin. Good luck. Are we talking about only our hand, or is it also the hatred that appears in somebody else's winning hand? No, it's for you. These are the yakus that you go for. You put your trust that they will appear and they will, you know, lead you to your victory. Does it work out, or do you get betrayed in the end? This is the biggest betrayals tier list for common yakus.
How much does it have your back?
Do they betray you at the end? You put your all into them, and then they betray you. Those will get the red tier. And obviously, this is very subjective. This is Paint Twin's stream. I mean, Paint Twin's like tier list. So there you go.
Like, how red flag are they for you to believe in them? You know, like, is believing in them a green flag or a red flag?
I just realized I didn't show. Whoopsie. Yeah, and the seat wins.
Okay, we can do it for the next one.
Seat wins are, you know, they can be other ones. Like this is the west, those black tiles.
With the black tiles, yeah.
With the black writing. But the seat win is always the prevalent win. Whatever's on the table. Yeah, they're those win tiles. All right. Closed hand.
I can think of some scenarios already.
Win. Close-handed win. So that means not opening anything. Although I didn't put them in order. Do you have a picture for close-hand win, Koto?
Oh, do I?
I don't think you do.
I thought I did. Wait.
Oh, good. But basically, any hand.
Oh no, I do. I called it sumo.
Lol.
Sorry. Yeah.
Lol. Yeah, right, yeah. Here you go. Or fully concealed hand. This one. Toy. Close hand win.
Hurricane or extra yaku. Whoa.
Yes. Yeah, it does give you tsumo if you win by it. If you get sumo, you can still run someone, but you gotta. This one is one of those yakus where you gotta ditch the itch. You know, you're itchy to call. You're itchy to, you know, grab those tiles from other people, but you just can't. You need to firmly put your belief in this yaku that I will stay close. I will stay dama. You have made my list nice.
Boy, very nice. Yes, yeah.
You can say, oh, I've got Furiten or extra yaku. That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm a very open-handed player. So I feel like I don't put my trust into this.
I feel like
yaku too much.
I feel like we wouldn't really just go for this one by itself that much, you know.
But of course, you could end up opening it later.
It's but I guess it kind of does have your back when the game is so dicey. Like if everyone, you know, if everyone's pushing and you can't Riichi, you know, you can't Riichi, you can't really open it or anything, you know.
Doesn't really help you win though.
But you're still at Tempai. You're still at Tempai. And you don't have, you know, like you can't open to all simples.
This is like...
You don't have any other yaku to open on, but you're literally there and you can't even Riichi.
This is like the shy Riichi, huh? This is like the I'll accept the less points and stuff. It's basically discarding Riichi. I don't want that Riichi
also,
button.
you can't but like you can't underestimate you can't underestimate that it's not the feeling, but like that action of actually winning the hand when other people have a much bigger hand. You know,
It's not very fun.
If you win, yeah, but like if you win this hand, then other people are going for like a massive, like, you know, like they've pawned all of the Dora, they've got like, you know, half flush or full flush, and then you're like, oh my god, I can't open it. And, you know, like, I'm kind of defending to other people, and then you win the hand, and then you cut off their win.
Yeah, that is pretty good. It's pretty satisfying when that happens.
Like, you know.
How often does it, like, betray you, though? I do get regrets that sometimes, like, oh man, I should have just, like, called that one. Like, but, like, I guess it doesn't, like...
Unless you know, unless you want to, like, you know, reach here and it never comes.
I don't think it always got my back, man. I think Riichi's better. That's I think Riichi's better. Like, it's cheap.
Yeah.
Unless you've got Mangang. Unless you got Mangang no Koto.
Yeah.
But then again, if you have Mangang and up, you probably got other yakus. So you're probably not really relying on this one.
Yeah.
Two-faced? Just to keep it safe. Yeah. Oh man, we're all on like the bottom tier right now.
I don't think it's out to get you. I just think that
I don't think so either.
yeah, like, it has its benefits.
It has its benefits, yeah. It has
But
its
sort of
benefits.
you know, like, it's sort of the one, the helper at the back. It's not like one of the, you know,
The quiet
it's one of the
achiever.
very visible ones. Yeah.
I agree.
And sometimes, like, you know, some plays you shouldn't just rely on it.
I agree. Right, can we go to the next one?
Yeah.
Alright, Pinfu desu.
Yeah, thanks, Demir.
Pinfu. Pinfu. This is a hand where... Okay, Pinfu is kind of picky, not gonna lie. This is like...
conditions for a common yaku.
Yeah, this one... this is a picky friend. The picky friend who's like, oh my gosh, today is okay. No, today's not okay. Oh, sorry, I can help you with today. Oh, but this day I can't go out with you. I'm sorry. Like, someone's visiting today. Oh, I have this on.
I feel like Pinfu is a popular friend, but doesn't always provide. Pinfu's
they're not always there for you, I gotta say.
Pinfu's like the popular friend.
Yeah, too many friends.
On almost everyone's mind. But can be choosy about the people it decides to befriend.
Yeah, you hear about it a lot, you know, their name is thrown around a lot.
Yeah. It has lots of friends.
Oh god. Here, let me just...
even more people who wants to be its friend, you know what
Let me just, read some of the conditions. Okay, it has to be a hand that's closed. It has to be a side weight. The pair needs to be a worthless tile. Like, it cannot be your wind, it cannot be the prevalent wind. Okay?
It can't be a dragon either.
It can't be a dragon either. It needs to be like somebody else's wind. Basically,
Demir,
you know, the wind, your trash.
Demir asks, is Pinfu a hand without triplets?
Yes.
That's right.
And also,
No
there
triplet.
cannot be any triplet. It can only be sequences as well. That's because
Yeah.
it's a sequence only hand. But it's so much more than just the word or sequences. It's literally like the last one, the last weight cannot even be, for example, look at those bamboo tiles. Okay? look at those bamboo tiles. It has the 6 and 7 in the hand, and then the last one was at 5 of bamboo. Okay? If you had the 7 and the 5 and you're waiting on the 6, it still would not be pinfu.
It won't be pinfu.
It needs to be like you got 2 of them stuck together, like 6, 7, and then you're waiting on 5 or 8. You're waiting on one of those two-sided weights. Pinfu is so freaking annoying.
Yeah, we call it side weight. Yeah, two-sided weight. That's right. It has to be a two-sided weight.
Yeah. It's so picky, this friend.
Yeah, simply speaking, yeah.
Okay.
And your hand cannot be open. So even if you have all sequences and one pair, your hand
and a side
cannot
weight?
be open. And a side weight to wait on, it can't be opened. It has to be closed.
Uh-huh. Oh my lord. Like seriously, at this
People
point
will not come to you if it's open.
At this point, I feel like, Koto, it is that popular friend who actually secretly hates you. They're kind of like, oh my lord, like they're trying to be nice to everyone. They're forcibly trying to be nice to everyone. But seriously, I think it hates me. Sometimes it shows up for me and sometimes like, here you go, here's your win. But like, oh my god, if I'm like, Pinfu, where are you? Pinfu, excuse me, and then I get a triplet and I'm like, no Pinfu.
What if we're falsely led to believe? What if we're falsely led to believe that it has a back from, because people, because we see people win with it so much. But actually, we don't see how many people it's rejected already.
Yeah, we're kind of at its mercy, to be honest. Like, it's really common, but we're kind of at its mercy. All right. I think, Koto, do you agree? Secretly hates us.
I did not realize that, yeah.
Secretly hates us.
There.
Yeah? All right. Next one. Sorry, Pinfu. You're very friendly, but sometimes you got no time for us. You got no time for me. Alright, next one.
But still, if anyone is still starting out at Mahjong, Pinfu is a very good yaku to learn. And to know.
It's good to learn, but do you think it's a good one for beginners? I feel like it was until Gold Room where I'm like, wait, I think it's Pinfu. No, wait, no, it's not.
No, true. It's a harder one to remember.
It's hard to remember.
Exactly.
But it is common. Yeah, it is common.
It is very common though.
All right, next one. Half flush. Dun-dun. In this yaku.
Half flush.
Do you want to explain it, Koto? I know I've got it in front of me, but
yeah. Please notice that there's only tiles of one suit.
Mm-hmm.
So the red and black character tiles, we can't have any of the dots, the dot tiles, or the bamboo tiles.
Mm-hmm.
So our hand has to consist wholly of one type of suit. We have to choose one. We literally have to choose one. But half flush has half in its name. And what does that half mean? The half means that our hand can also consist of the wind tiles or the dragon tiles.
Right. So it's a little bit flexible.
The main thing is the flush part comes from you need to choose a suit to win the hand with.
So obviously, this one kind of presents itself to you. If you got a lot of one suit, it's kind of a no-brainer. Well, kind of? But no, you still have other options. You still have other friends to go with.
I feel like it's deceptive though.
It is. That's the thing, right?
Don't you think that?
I do.
Especially earlier players might think that having a lot of one suit of tiles, means half flush straight away.
That's true.
But
actually, I see that a lot. There was like half flush, and I'm like, you just drop like a bunch of middle tiles, like.
Yeah, but then
I
in the end,
you're
committing too much to the half flush that you lose sight of other very valuable yaku as well that you've ditched along the way.
And not to mention, it's kind of obvious.
It's really obvious.
It's really obvious too. So in the end, like you rely on it, it just doesn't produce any results sometimes.
It is definitely one of the more obvious yakus to spot for other people to spot what you're doing.
Defense-wise, you still got the honor tiles.
Yes. Yep. But
Oof.
it is a very common one where people, you know, open their hand with.
They do. You can
And
open
that,
it, yeah.
And that can reduce defense
Mm,
a little bit.
you can call. Yeah,
But-
this one kind of weird.
Yeah.
To be
Also,
honest.
I think it's fairly easy to not just spot that you're going for this yaku. It's also fairly to spot when you're actually at tempai. So it's like when you're actually very
yeah.
close or there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
some of the weights like
it's
Ishanten
pretty-
and Tempai kind of hard to figure out, right? Which one should I drop?
Mm.
All good until you draw half a stack of other two suits. Exactly.
That definitely
That's
that
the thing.
definitely is a possible outcome. Yes.
Yeah, this one, it's like, now
That's
that you
what
mentioned
makes
it,
your
Amir,
hand obvious as well. Yeah.
now that you mention it, it's more like, yeah, it is kind of like that. It's like, if you want to go half flush, if you want to go with this Yaku, you have to decide pretty early,
That's
right?
right.
You need to kind of take its hand and go with it pretty early. Because then you're cutting out a lot of... If you cut out the
you want to
tiles
just
that you
go-
need, you're going to be
Yeah.
in Fruity 10. Which means that you dropped something that you needed to win. So you cannot win. Right? But... yeah, so you have to go with it pretty early. If you go... but then, if you decide too early...
That's
If
right.
you decide too early and your hand
And
wasn't
cut off-
actually really
yeah.
right for half flush,
And if you cut off
then
all
you're
your
kind of
other
screwed
options
too.
too early on.
You get a bunch of other tiles and then you're trying to cut them out later on and then you just end up dealing into someone else. Then what?
Or in the end, other people just choose not to deal into you, and it's pretty easy to see. They have two other suits to choose from to discard that will not complete your hand. If
Bruh,
they know,
I think-
you know, it's very, very easy to defend against you if they're quite sure. That
Oh
you're
yeah, they just kick out all the other
half
tiles,
flushing.
right?
Yeah, because
If you have
literally
Dora
there's so
as well.
many tiles.
Uh,
Yeah, that won't be useful.
I know.
Mm.
We can agree that it's one of the top 3 tiers. Uh-huh. I don't think it'll
Yeah,
betray us at first chance, this one, not this one. I'm thinking the middle tier. What do you think, Kodo?
I was thinking that too. I think
Yeah,
it
let's
doesn't.
go
It
for it.
doesn't completely hate you. It doesn't hate you, but it does backstab you a lot.
A
of
little
the
bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to wrangle in. It can make a lot of games pretty weird.
Pretty weird, exactly. Yeah, if you go for it too early, then you can get screwed over. If you go with it too late, then you're also screwed over. So it's like
There's always that thought that it's like, should I go half flush? Will it be, will it be fast enough? You know?
exactly. Oh my god, we're nearly an hour in already, Koto.
Oh.
We got it. Chop chop.
Yeah, true.
How about its cousin? How
Full
about its
flush?
cousin, guys? Full
flush.
flesh.
What do you guys think?
Alright. Basically the same, but this time. Alright, a lot more superior. 600 if closed. Right? But a lot more finicky because you cannot use any of the wind or other honor tiles. You cannot use wind, you cannot use the red, green, white dragon. Only that suit. Now, people think this is much harder than half flush, Koto, but actually, I don't think.
HD. Hello.
Hello, Lady Dove, hello.
Riff Lucas, hello.
I don't think that this one is that much harder than half flush, to be honest.
No. because what I'm thinking is the
Driftwalker, hello.
criteria.
Driftwalkers.
I think it's because the criteria in your hand to even start going for a full flush,
Hmm.
you already know that you need a lot more tiles to be of that suit. You know, like
Right.
your hand, like you probably have to start a hand with so many tiles anyway that you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it.
Right.
Unless, you know, like your opponents just get so quick that you're like, crap.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going for full flush, you're kind of going for half flush anyway, and then you transition to full flush. So the difference between...
Oh, thank you.
So this one's definitely going to be one of the top 3. It's not going to be any lower than half flush. But it's like at that point where, okay, rather than half flush, I'm gonna go full flush. Does that put it at a higher tier? Or is it kind of the same? Maybe we will rearrange the tier to see which one's higher than the other later on. But like,
I feel like for a full flush, I feel like when you commit to a full flush, it's a lot more straightforward than a half flush.
To be honest, I think so too, Koto. I think so too.
I feel like there's many ways. There's a lot more ways to, you know, spare routes to other yaku from a half flush kind of hand than a full flush kind of hand. So it's like a full flush hand is fairly straightforward. Like but you don't like it doesn't come often.
You're my bestie now.
It doesn't come that often, but but it's nice and straightforward.
No, I think you're right. To be honest, sometimes I feel like my mind is more clear when I'm going for a full flush, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in the deep end now. Just like go for it. It hates beginners if you're not using a platform like Mahjong Soul, because sometimes the weight patterns is kind of hard to know what to discard, because you know, if you're playing like real life Mahjong. But if you're playing on Mahjong Soul, it doesn't matter because they help you anyway. And the added risk of the higher point value is kind of worth it.
Oh,
well, half flush is max 3 usually, 2 Han, and this one is like what, 6? So it's like
easy Mangan.
Yeah.
5, 6. Yeah, pretty
5,
easy
6
to
Han.
Mangan.
Yeah. Riftwalkers, I hope you're doing well too.
Hope you're doing well. Like if you have one Dora, that's like a guaranteed Mangan.
Exactly. Yeah, it minus 1 Han, but like, dude.
Yeah.
Koto, I actually want to put this in. How could you do this to me? Actually, the middle tier.
Oh.
What about you?
Really? I was going to put it a bit lower.
A bit lower?
But
I don't think it should go lower than half flush. Because I think... Oh, sorry, you're cutting out a little bit. Because I think that it's still that thing. It's still got that problem where if you go for full flush too early, you're screwed. If you go for it too late, you're still kind of screwed.
Like if you, I'm thinking like if you open your hand for a full flush with like 1s or 9s and stuff, you're basically committing to it.
No, but you could still go half flush.
You could, true,
but this is like, I don't even want half flush. I want the full flush. Like half flush, at least those tiles kind of give you a bit of safety. This one is like full Zensu. Like I am not folding at all like that. That's the difference, I think. I want that point. I need those points, sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. But doesn't that make it a little bit more reliable? That when you need the points, it gives you the points.
Oh no, Koto and I are torn.
Well, at least gives you that chance.
We're torn!
Not that I've gotten this yaku.
You have.
What? No, barely. Barely
Not
at all.
often. Not often. I mean,
maybe
no.
I'm not the best spokesperson. Yeah, but
What do you think? I don't want to put in the yellow tier. It's too low.
fine. We'll go the middle one.
I'm
Alright,
sorry.
yeah.
If you're
You
a
want
Dragons
this one?
believer, if you're a Dragons
Happy.
believer, I'm a full flush kind of a D
Yeah, fine, okay.
kind of believer.
Happy.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Tamir said, see,
Yeah.
Tamir said there are 36 tiles of one suit and you need 14 of them.
What? True.
You
True.
need 14 of them.
But on the bright side, you're probably starting with
You need a
heaps,
third.
you know? You're probably starting with heaps of
Yeah,
them,
but this
though.
is like, you don't even want to go half flush.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want the safety of a few honor tiles at all. Like,
I
think about it.
guess-
You're not even gonna call on the honor tiles.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
And then ends up, you don't sucky giddy much and you just deal in anyway.
Well,
Full flush is as
Well,
reliable as Riichi. Exactly!
Well,
Gotta want to put it in the
wait.
same tier as Riichi.
no wait, but you can't just consider
My
how
point.
often.
So
Okay,
base.
but you can't
Demia,
just
so
can't
based.
consider how often you get them. You gotta consider how often you get them,
Oh.
as opposed to how often you go for them. You know what I mean?
Well, here we go. Yep.
The ratio. It's the ratio.
Nah. You can't talk to me like that.
But this is coming.
Even though I just
from
said you were
someone,
yapping.
This is coming from someone who can't remember when was the last time they got a full flush. Yeah.
I mean, same.
Yeah.
But I at least admit that full flush is not my
Come
friend.
on.
Koto
on.
somehow still has, trust in this damn Yaku.
Come on.
Alright, maybe in
Situation?
3-player. Koto, maybe in 3-player, alright?
A 3-player is
No.
Hanuman
No.
the hand.
Yield!
Yield. Fine. Alright, guys. Next one.
I'm joking. Alright, next one. Toy or
What do you guys think
triplets?
about Toy? Yes. I see some. Do we see some Toy?
I see some
believers
meerkats
in the
perking
chat?
up in the chat.
Lies.
Why? Hey, Jazza.
Jowza. Hey, Jowza.
Toy
Jowza
never
doesn't
complete.
believe in the toys.
Toy
That's
never
love the
complete.
toys.
Hey, look, it made a nice staircase. But I
Yeah.
don't think it will stay there. The toy
Uh-huh.
will never stay and always got your back.
I have my reservations about all triplets. I do.
Yeah?
Yes.
How many times have you been betrayed?
More than half.
More
More
than
than
half the time you go for it.
It looks like it's good.
To be
But
honest,
then-
bruh,
Yeah.
I think I don't really go for toy in 4-player at all. At all. I
Because
don't think I
people-
really go for it.
Because think about
Oh
it, don't you
my
have to
lord.
open your hand so much?
You do.
If you want to go for it often.
At that point, I would go for like the 3
Yeah,
concealed
Jowza.
triplets. The 3 concealed triplets or something. You know,
Jowza does not love the toy.
I actually don't as well. Okay, in
Don't talk to
3-player,
little-
3-player different. 3-player
Yeah.
is very different.
Mm.
But 4-player, Toy kind of a bitch. Toy a bitch. I'm saying it now. Toy is a bitch. Oh no, my gremlin mode. I'm switching it off.
Even if I'm like 2 pawns in, I'm still like, should I go for toy?
Oh my lord, I know.
Even if my hand is half open,
I
I'm
know.
still like, should I go for toy?
I know, right? And
I'm
you're like,
always thinking, can I go for something other than toy?
oh, maybe Tanyao instead.
Because like sometimes I'm even like, I'll wait on this.
Oh,
And then if
God.
I can change to a toy, wait, I will. Like, you know, you wait on the side wait first, and then you think, I can probably change
Hmm.
to an all triplets.
Freaking
But it's always
triplets,
like
man.
reservations. Yeah.
And not
Well,
just
you
like,
put it all in the first year? Whoa.
alright, I don't know. I was thinking about
Whoa.
either the first or second. Maybe it's just my hatred for it. But like you gotta admit though. Like I don't know, people actually win on it though.
Yeah, I think we got competition in that next Yaku though.
No but Koto, think about it. Like getting all triplets, if you open your hand a lot, I closed the picture before.
Yep.
If you open your hand for an all triplet, other people know you're going for all triplets.
Yeah, no, they do. But consider, your last weight can be confusing to other people. Because they don't know what to drop. They know you're going for all triplets. But they don't know what you're waiting on.
Yeah, okay, maybe
inconspicuous, you know, like it can be.
You're right, it does pay off sometimes.
Or it can be not sus. You can,
yeah.
Well, you can't really choose, but
maybe this one.
Either. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? At least, you know, the last weight, but then it's all in the dead wall.
And then it's all in the oh my god, you're right. Oh,
then it's all in the wall.
But Koto, I don't know if you agree with this, but I moved it down one tier just because of one thing.
Yeah.
Dora. If you have the shiny tiles and you have a triplet of them, all triplets kind of nice. But then again, would you actually rely on all triplets even if you already had a triplet of the Dora?
No, that's true. Would you rely on
You wouldn't even go on it. You'd literally just go for any other freaking faster Yaku like Tanyao. Or, you know, I don't know, like your winds or dragons or something. Like, would you really rely on all triplets? And you'd pawn that 9 just for nothing? Really? Really?
Know, right?
You'd pawn the 9s, really? You'd pawn like somebody else's wind, really?
Mia, I swear our 4 quads is a Yakuman. Like it's, you know,
yeah, we don't have Yakumans though, Demia.
And
we're making them realistic friends, not celebrities right now. That will be reserved for another
We're
tier.
not doing a celebrity tier list yet. We're doing the friends.
No celebrities.
Yeah.
These are actually the Yakus that are realistically at your workplace right now. They are the people you associate with and you actually see around town. Yes, just don't go to the same hot spring with them. But you know what I mean. You might see them around town, okay? So that's why I'm thinking, okay, I tried to reason you with the Dora, but I still can't reason you with the Dora. I still can't reason with you all triplets.
I agree
freaking hate all triplets,
because
man.
if you have Dora, would you commit to Toy Toy? Or would you commit to all triplets? You know.
God damn it! It's betrayed me so many times. So many freaking times. Or maybe 1 out of 30 times I'd win with this freaking Yaku.
Whoa!
Like if I feel like if I went for all triplets all the time, I'd win like 1 in 30 times or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like when you win with a self draw, like you pick up that winning tile yourself on an all triplets, you kind of feel like a protagonist, no? You kind of feel like it.
No, but like if you do all triplets, I'll just deal into someone else. If I don't have Dora, no one they don't deal into me. Oh, am I too harsh? Maybe this one.
I feel like the end weight is not bad.
The end weight is not bad. The end weight is not bad. The end weight is a shampoo. The end weight is a shampoo. It's a two
you
weight.
Can't really help the weight, like.
But you're sitting ducked to like those big hands though. Fuck! I can't move on for this one. I think we should just leave it.
Oh. Okay.
Leave it in orange tier for now. Secretly hates you.
Alright.
Because it does secretly hate you. You're not gonna lie, it does. Alright,
so
here we go.
The next
cheat
one
toy.
Is
the 7 pairs. The one that when I feel like beginners learn that, ooh, there was a Yaku like this. The 7 pairs one. Here you go.
7 pairs.
But again, I feel like 7 pairs is one of those ones where if you see pairs and you're like, I'm gonna go 7 pairs. Oh my god, you screwed yourself up, man.
there have been so many times where I toss a tile and then I get its pair the next turn.
And
Or in 2 turns. And it's like, oh damn. You know?
I think there's a glaring con.
You keep staying at like 5 or 6 pairs forever.
There's a glaring con with this damn yaku.
Yeah.
This friend hates so many people. Its weight is always one kind of tile. It cannot improve. Okay?
What do you think this friend
Wait, you're cutting up.
Don't you think
Okay, you're back.
this friend loves ballsy people? Like, they love the people who Riichi on it.
The
for some
adventurous.
reason. Yeah, they love the adventurous. And then the
The
people
Dora.
who Riichi on it self-draw. They're 7 pair. Like, they self-draw it. It's like, how the hell?
Yeah. You can complete a close, yeah, of course.
Yeah. When the
But
odds are against them. What?
It's always a bad weight. It's always a one kind of weight. It will never improve. And the problem about this one is if you get something that improves your hand. For example, you can see in this example that there's the 2 3s of dots and 2 4 of dots. What if you get the 2 of dots? Okay, what if you get the 2 of dots and you have a 2 3 4 like that? And
2,
now
3,
you
4,
have
3, 4,
a 3 4 of dots, right?
Mm.
Now you
That
have
happens so
actually a
much.
complete group plus a group that's waiting on 2 and 5 of dots like that.
It's like you choose to go for the less, for a lesser weight.
Right. And
Because
then what do you have to
committing.
do? If you're committing to the 7 pairs, you need to drop that 2 of dots. You just gotta.
7 pairs wants you to commit to it at all costs.
But when you commit, your return is still a fucking bad weight. So it's like, I don't know, it betrays you quite a bit. Oh, Toy, oh. Is it as bad as Toy Toy though?
But
Oh my gosh, you're cutting up again. Alright.
But in Chitoy's defense, if you Riichi and also win your Chitoi, you have so many chances of opening the Uradora, which gives you more points,
The extra points. I don't
And-
rely on it though.
And sometimes that sort of hand can pull you out of 4th place into like 2nd place, or even better, 1st place.
Alright, but Koto,
Yeah.
Riichi Chito is 3 han
Mm.
without sumo.
Riichi, Chitoi, yeah. No, I'm like, well, yeah.
I'm not sure if you're waiting on an edge tile, you get more fu. But still, I feel like you still need another Dora at least
but
to get
like-
you to Mangan. At least,
You
like
have
chance
higher
at Mangan.
chances of getting another 2 Dora, though. So Riichi,
Do you really rely on
Chitoi,
that
2
though?
Dora.
I feel like Cheeto is more safer if you have 2 Dora in your hand already. If you have 2 shiny tiles in your hand already, Cheeto is like, okay, tasty.
Yeah, but
But-
if you have 2 Dora in your hand,
Bro,
would
if you have
try
no
to do a
Dora, would you
closed
really?
hand? Would you reach?
Red 5 at
Mhm.
least.
Mm.
At least
might
one
reach
for
it
me.
with
At least one for me.
Mm.
And then the Riichi would be worth it. Otherwise, I would just close my hand.
Yeah. The other thing about Chitoi though is that you can kind of swap your weight around. So even
Yeah,
though
that's
it's
true.
a bad weight, you can choose a very unsus tile and then wait for the kill. You can wait for the kill with a tile that other people don't need and that they
Yeah.
might drop.
You gotta choose carefully, but yeah, that's true.
You know?
Chitoi is weird. No, Chitoi, Jiaozi said Chitoi never completes for you, but your opponents will hit Ura too if you deal in on Chitoi. Oh, yeah, that's true. Why is it so relatable? Chitoi is destroying the hand apart. It's unnatural in a way.
Kind of is.
Sorry, Koto, you're cutting up a bit. So,
Damn it.
yeah. You're back. But yeah, did you want to say first?
Oh, no, all good.
I was gonna say, I think the rule of thumb is if you have 4 pairs, it's okay to go for Chitoi. If you have 4 pairs or higher. If you have 3 pairs, you gotta kind of weigh up your chances with other Yaku. That's kind of the rule of thumb, but again, for me, I feel like it's about the Dora, especially if I'm gonna Riichi on it. But yeah, just always keep in mind that even though this is an applicable Yaku, no matter what your weight is gonna be bad. Your weight is gonna be one kind of tile, and if it's already cut, then less than 4 remaining tiles. So yeah, think about that. I think we need to make a decision though, Koto. What do you think?
Definitely one of the top 2.
Ooh.
But to be honest, to be perfectly honest, I'm not someone who completely hates
Chitoi?
Chitoi.
Yeah, I think there are times we should go for it.
Yeah, as a personal thing, it has saved me a lot of times, so I owe to it to put it on the 3rd tier, but
3rd tier.
It has also betrayed me so many times that I'd say the 2nd tier.
I think it kind of secretly hates us too. Like I said, if it's Dora, it's good, and then it kind of hurts when you don't complete the Chitoi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. A lot of times you'll be like Tenpai for Chitoi, but you don't actually win. It'll be like that. You'll go for it, you'll Tenpai for it, but it doesn't actually pay off.
And
so
as
the weight is still pretty bad.
You gotta sometimes chuck really useful tiles for the sake of Chitoi. Like, you gotta toss them.
You gotta toss them, yeah.
Because you commit to Chitoi, and then you're like, should I have committed?
That's why I think it makes sense that it's in like secretly hates you. Will it betray you at first chance? Probably not. You can always defend. Koto, we gotta speed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotta speed it up a little bit. We're so passionate about them. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Alright. Because we still got like half, and it's already been like an hour and quite a bit. But, oh my gosh, we have so much to say.
So much to ramble.
So much to yap. Pure straight. Or in Japanese, itsu, meaning, it doesn't have the numbers on these tiles, but even though it's a Chinese characters, it literally says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have like a ascending order of numbers from 1 to 9 in one suit. One suit. You can't have some of them are bamboo tiles, some of them are dots, or no. It has to be one suit, 1 to 9.
Yeah. And that's a Yaku.
That's the Yaku. And then the other tiles, like these one of dots and like the other, they can be whatever they want. It can be a different triplet or whatever. But it has to have 1 to 9 in one of the suits, right? Okay, but the good thing about this one is you can open it. It gets a little bit cheaper, but you can open it.
Yeah. As much as I like seeing it completed,
it's kind of satisfying.
Yeah, it is satisfying to complete, but I don't think the payoff is that good sometimes.
To be honest, yeah.
Like, especially if you open your hand with it. Sometimes I like to keep the hand closed, you know, and then juggle between getting something like Pinfu versus getting a pure straight if I'm lucky kind of thing. I know that's a bit of a weird way to put it, but it's sort of like to commit to trying to get pure straight. I don't know if it's worth it. It's like it's only one hun if you open your hand, And then it kind of screws up a lot of yaku as well, because if you open your hand with like, say, 7, 8, 9 and stuff, and then you're like, crap, I don't have any other yakus.
Right.
It's one that like I don't really like committing to, because sometimes it can kind of screw up your hand a little bit. Like I don't know if it has my back that much. What do you think? Yeah.
Because if you look at the itsu, right? If you look at the pure straight in the middle, that 4, 5, 6 one, there's a lot of potential for that to be a different kind of block. So actually, this pure straight is a combination of like 1, 2, 3. That's one group. 4, 5, 6, another group. 7, 8, 9, another group.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you'll have 5 and 6, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe you have a 7 instead. So you're missing the 4 for a pure straight. But you can still complete your hand through like, I don't know, just a concealed hand or Riichi.
Yeah.
Would you? Yeah, so for me, pure straight is something a little bit like I stumble across on. Like, oh, I got the 4. Okay, I'll drop the other side so that I can keep this pure straight.
But like,
or like if I Riichi, if I Riichi, I'm like, oh, if the 4 comes out, it's good. But if another 7 comes out, it's okay as well. Like that.
I feel like people who commit to it might get backstabbed.
Yeah, it's really cheap. If you open
really
it
cheap.
without Dora, you can't get a manga, can you?
It's really kind of cheap if you open it, and you don't have that many options to fall back elsewhere either. Because think about it, you can't really fall back on all simples.
No.
Most of the time, because
of the 1 and 9.
Sometimes you'll want to open your hand not with the 5 and 6, but with the edge stuff, because
that's true.
Complete. And then once you do that, you're committing to a non-simples hand, right?
Yeah. This is kind of hard to play, so it's
like
a little bit.
Like the dragons can help you out, but then you're waiting on the dragons rather than the straight.
I agree.
Yeah.
Where should we put it?
I don't know.
Where should we put it?
I'd say the second one or the third one for me. I'd say it's a bit more backstabby than Two-Faced.
Secretly hates you?
Yeah.
Okay, but is it as bad as the ones in there? Probably.
Well, I don't know. I think it's the way
Probably.
I think it's the way I play it as well. I avoid it. I avoid committing to it. That's why I don't.
When I was playing Mahjong for a few months, I don't think I was too aware of the pure straight too much.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, like,
I don't think I cared for it that much. Like, oh, it happened. Like, now if I really want to like break someone's hand or for speed or something, I might go for it. But really, it's something I kind of just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty cheap anyway. It's not like,
It's kind of cheap.
It's not like for flush or anything. Alright, can we go to the next one?
Yeah.
3 concealed!
3 concealed.
3 concealed triplets. Or in Japanese, sanko.
What do you think? This one's like RNG for me, man. Oh,
this
one
like,
kind of RNG.
Is when you have triplets. Okay, in the example, they're all ones of different suits. It doesn't need to be all ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just concealed triplets anywhere. It could be like 3 1 of dots, 3 4 of bamboos, like that. And then like a triplet, but you need 3 sets of triplets. That's it. Any triplet. But the thing is, yeah, but it has to be concealed. Like, you can't open your hand. This is a closed only hand.
Well, we can get into the details, but
yeah, you're right. You're right.
It doesn't have to be closed only.
Sorry, not closed hand.
But those 3 triplets have to not be opened. So basically,
That's true. My bad.
basically, you cannot pawn for those triplets. They have they have to be all in your hand. Like other people literally, like if anyone can see one of those triplets, that's not 3 concealed.
Oh, yeah. So like if you win,
Yes,
if you
you
win
can-
on
you
a
can draw
sumo,
it,
if
but
you win
yeah.
on a sumo, it's okay. Like you self draw one of those. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's true. The other group can be open. I forgot. Yeah.
Yes, it relies on self draws a lot. I think. This
Hey,
one.
Koroya, welcome.
Koroya, hello.
We're doing a nerdy tier list. Welcome.
We're doing a Yaku. It's like our Mahjong co-workers tier list.
This is worth a little bit. You know, this is
True.
quite a nice bonus.
Yeah, it's a nice bonus. It's nice to complete it.
And it's definitely something to consider where it's like, I have to, you know, I have 2 triplets now. Maybe I can complete the other one. Like that. I have 2 concealed, then an extra 2 Han would be nice. Sort of thing. Maybe you'll hit the mangan like that. Or haneman or whatever. Yeah. To be honest, I really like this one.
Yeah.
I remember when I was streaming like ranked games, sometimes I would kind of forget about this.
Right.
It's so easy to overlook. It's like, oh wait, yeah, my hand is like has 3 concealed triplets or 3 concealed triplets chance. It's really hard, really easy to overlook.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah. Koroya
like
likes 7 pairs. I remember that.
You like 7 pairs? You're kind of alone, the buddy.
Yeah.
I know, and then you keep reaching on it.
Huh?
No, the weight is bad. That's the thing. But like people do win on it.
It is
But this-
strong sometimes.
This tier list is about whether it betrays you, though. So, for the amount of times that you do go for it, does it actually pay off, or does it like kind of bite you in the butt and gets you, you know, gets you run? What happens? Like I actually go for 7 pairs often. I actually go for 7 pairs pretty often, but do I win? No. Of course, yeah.
What do you think?
Friggin'
What do you
7
think about
pairs.
this one, Neon? You seem to have quite a good impression of it.
I do actually. Like I feel like it's worth it. I feel like it's worth it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the bonus of this Yaku is always nice.
And
But
it's not too uncommon. It's uncommon, but it's not too uncommon.
yeah, but I feel like the
Easy
build
to
up
overlook.
to it. The build up to it is kind of tricky. Like if
No,
you
but-
think
uh-huh.
about it, like it's not the most. Like you need to be lucky, because the waiting around it, you kind of need a little more pairs in your hand. Like you need like 3 pairs and stuff, you know. I have gone for this
sorry.
before.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've gone for this one a couple of times and it did not work out. Like I felt like my hand got slower because I tried to go
'Cause you-
for it.
Tried to go for it. But for me, if you look at it though, dude, you could do a shampoo weight. You can do one of those pair weights, like, you know, win on the east or the one, like that.
Yeah,
Or you could also have a Yanmin weight, where you already have a pair and then you're waiting on this 2-sided weight. Like for me, it's kind of good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's my thing. Like this one, for me, I feel like if you don't got it, it's kind of like okay, and then you kind of throw it away. But for me, it kind of got my back the times that I went for it. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Whoa.
Koto might think it's a little two-faced, but
I would do 3rd tier.
you would do 3rd tier?
I'd do
3rd tier? Whoa,
Yes.
whoa.
I think it's betrayed me more times than it's helped me, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
To
as
be
much
honest-
as I would like
uh-huh,
it to help me, as much as I'd like to, you know, like it. Yeah.
uh-huh. Yo, I would have went
Yeah.
the bottom one. Always got your back.
Whoa! Really?
Yeah.
Always? Are you sure
Well,
about
for
that?
the times that I went
Always.
for it. Yeah.
What? What the?
Yeah.
Are you hearing this, guys?
Like more often, like
Am I-
95%.
Am I the crazy one?
I don't know, Koto. Shall we meet in the middle then?
Yeah, sure. What the?
There we go. We'll
really?
meet in the middle. Two-Face, because apparently,
But it never comes. It just never comes. What?
apparently it's been like nice to Neon, but a bit, you know, a bit, you know, not so nice to Koto. So, well,
Alright. Oh,
yes,
really? Okay.
it's my bestie.
Oh my gosh.
Again, the twins don't see eye to eye. What is this? Also, Neon is a chaotic one. I like my 3 concealed triplets. What do you want me to say?
Whoa.
Kroya said the only strategy I actually use is whenever I have a hand that I can go 7 pairs. I will focus on it. But once the tiles go down a little, I swap to all triplets. Oh my god, you're the all triplets player.
And 7 pairs. Hey, I just
I'm
realized
joking,
we don't have
joking.
any in the top tier yet. We don't have any in the top
Bruh,
tier.
for me, 3 player.
Sanshoku, yes, that's right, Demir. Sanshoku.
Yeah, I know. I took all triplets out of the top tier. Will betray you at first chance.
Yeah.
It was so close.
Yeah, this
So
is the
I
famous,
reasoned with it.
This is
Sanshoku,
the
here it
famous Sanshoku mixed triple sequence
Or
or
mixed
infamous,
triple sequence.
we can say.
AKA the 3 suits in Mahjong. You gotta have the same kind of ascending number in all 3 groups. So you can see here in the dots, the bamboos, and the character tiles, you got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. Mixed triple sequence. Okay?
Yes.
Basically, the annoying thing is it takes up 3 of your 5 groups.
Yes.
Okay? It takes
it
up
has
3
to.
of them. So if you're ever going for this Yaku,
right.
you gotta remember, if you have like a lot of side weights elsewhere, it literally is gonna take up 3 of those groups. So don't keep too many potential group tiles, right? It takes up 3. It gives
This
you an
one-
extra Han,
Yeah.
but if you're not doing all simples, or this one called Chanta, like, you know, 1 or 9s in every group, it's not that expensive.
This
Wait,
one,
it's 3 Han. Sorry, it's 3 Han
Yeah.
if closed, right?
it's
No, it's 2 Han.
2
2
Han and 1. Yeah.
Sorry, 2 Han if closed and 1 Han if open. Yeah, of course.
This
Why did I bump it up to
one,
3?
I feel like it's one where it's a potential Yaku in your hand since like the first tile or first couple of tiles so often. But how many times has it got your back? You know? Like it's one of those ones that show up as a potential very early on.
Yeah.
So often.
I'm gonna say now it's at least, how could you do this to me? It's at least, how could you do this
I
to me,
would
dear?
say literally it's that one. Yeah. Because
You think?
Because I know that we could put it in second tier, but sometimes it does have my back. I can feel that sometimes it does. Maybe I just go for it a little bit too often. But I agree. I feel like we would all kind of struggle with it at some point in time. But it can be a very it can be a trustworthy Yaku in some times of need.
I agree. It kind of gets a bad rep. It kind of gets a bad rep. I feel like, you know, when you have a hand and some people don't see the mixed triple sequence enough.
To be honest, there are some times where I won the hand and I didn't realize I had it.
Yeah,
I
think
I'm
it's
sad.
sometimes
I'm sad
it
I
becomes
think that.
invisible.
Yeah.
You don't see the potential
Oh
mixed triple
my
sequence
gosh.
enough. It shows up so often that people kind of just cut it out without realizing, wait a minute, there was mixed triple sequence there, right? But for me, I think there is a correct way and a kind of a wrong way to play it a little bit. Like, for example, 1s and 9s, you gotta be careful. Obviously, like if you call for them, and they're
Yeah.
part of the group, it kind of it kind of disqualifies
It-
you from a lot of other yakus.
Yeah, but then the middle
Namely-
tile ones
They don't come
are
out.
pretty nice. They're
They
not
they do.
bad. Like, I
Like,
mean, like the middle
yeah.
tile ones, you can stack it up with all simples. Like you can
Yeah.
still fall back on all simples
Yeah,
later
that's
on,
true.
so
That's
it's
true.
not too bad, you know.
And change your
then-
weight.
Yeah, and you can still change your weight.
Mm.
Like you can play it. You can still play it with some other yakus, you know.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 kind of mixed triple sequences. You're kind of reliant on it. If it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out.
Yeah. I
Unless
feel
you
like
combine it with something else.
Yeah, this is
like
actually
Chanta.
something I'm working on at the moment, but it's sort of like that. Even if you see that potential Sanshoku at the start of a hand, you gotta know when you have to let it go.
Yeah.
You gotta know when you have to,
Right.
not let it hold back your hand in speed
Right.
too much.
Like, don't cut it out too quick. Don't cut
Yeah.
it away too quick, but don't kind of,
Don't focus solely on it if you have
don't focus solely
other-
on it. Yeah.
If there are other options as well, because it can slow down your hand if
'Cause
you
again,
rely
it's-
too much on it.
Again, it's not really a good weight. Sanshoku.
Most
you-
of the time. It's
Imagine this,
A lot of
okay?
time.
You're coupling it with Pinfu and other ones where the final weight is like a two-sided weight. Okay? For example, 3, 4, 5, you have a 3, 4, you can weight on 2 and 5. It's
Yeah.
one of those, okay? The 5 would be the mixed triple sequence, okay, for your 3, 4, 5. But even if you get a 2, you still win.
with Pinfu and stuff.
With Pinfu, Riichi, whatever. Like that. I think that is a good way to play Sanshoku, where it's like it becomes a potential for an extra hand or two if it's closed hand. But you're not kind of, okay, I need that 1, 2, 3. I need that 1, 2, 3. Come on, the other player, you gotta give me the 3. And then you can only cheat from the, it's a sequence, so you can only cheat from your left player. So you're like, come on, drop the 1 or drop the 3. I'm like, oh my god. It's such a, it's grueling to wait for it, yeah.
Exactly.
Right? So I don't know, man. It's not gonna get. Maybe how could you do that? Yeah, I think it gets a bad rep, a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of agree with Koto on that one. Wow, we still don't have any on the top tier. I thought we would be more brutal with this.
I know. It's okay. They're coming. They're coming.
Oh dear, the next one.
Oh,
I feel like people don't know this one.
Holy.
They really don't. And I think there's a reason why people don't really know this one.
I
or
wish
they
I
don't-
got this one.
Or how can I say? No one uses this. I've seen it maybe like once or twice. Triple triplets is when
Literally, I
have-
think there was like one person ever that I've seen who got it.
I think 1 or 2 as
I
well.
even-
Maybe in 3-player a bit more often. Actually, even in 3-player it's not often, man. 4-player I've probably seen it once in my like
Think
nearly
about this.
800
We get
games.
Yakumans more often than we get this one.
Okay, I've never gotten a Yakuman in 4-player.
Oh.
I am not
But
blessed.
like you've seen Yakumans more often.
I have seen Yakumans more often than this one. This is triple triplets, okay? Let me introduce them to you. It is when you have the same number in 3 suits, okay, across 3 suits as a triplet tile. So you can see here 333, 333, 333 in the 3 different suits.
Yeah.
The others can be whatever they want. It can be open or closed. But no one goes for this one. It's like it
No one
shouldn't
just
be
really
that.
has enough candidates. I have tried once. I've only managed to get 2 groups out of 3.
I wonder
Just to
why.
get
Like, is it
3,
really
it's
that
so
much
hard.
harder than like?
I don't
Is
know.
it? Yeah.
And like, don't you think the middle tiles would be so bloody hard? Because they're just so useful.
They're too
Like,
useful.
why would you like that? Literally, this means that you're cutting the number 3 out of basically everyone else's hand.
That's true. Well,
How
most
bloody
of
hard
it,
is
right?
that?
Most of it.
Yeah, most
There's
of
4
them.
tiles with most of it. Hey, hello. Leon Red.
Hello. Welcome.
It's about Yaku Betrayal list.
Yaku Betrayals. So
We're talking about an uncommon one called triplets. Or Sanshoku, Doko.
I don't think it's entirely its fault because people don't notice it most of the time.
I don't think so
But
either.
also, even if people do go for it, I don't think it'll come out a lot.
Would it?
I think it also betrays people a lot as well.
Actually, I think there's a reason why people don't go for it is because they know that this Yaku is not gonna come out.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you're right, Koto. Like, basically, that's nearly all of the threes.
Yeah.
And even if you think about the ones, okay, maybe you have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 in each of the suits. But even the ones and nines, people drop them like hell.
Yeah, they drop them before you even finish it. Yeah.
The only reason you would go for this Yaku is if you have a lot of them at the beginning. For example, you have like 2 1s, 3 1s, 2 1s of bamboo, like that. Like you have a lot of it,
Literally,
and then you're like,
you're
okay.
almost done at the start.
Otherwise, you just form triplets elsewhere, right? And then as you play, you're gonna get other tiles.
Right.
Like, you're right, Koto. When we play, we see people win on Yakumans more often than this one.
Yeah.
This is like, it's so weird. It doesn't seem uncommon. Like, it seems fairly straightforward, but why is it so freaking uncommon? No one goes for it. Everyone's like, this Yaku is so damn untrustworthy. Either it will betray you at first chance, or literally no one wants to associate with this Yaku, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are like the co-worker who's like shunned at work, and they kind of just
like literally
eat in their room.
If people hate Chitoi, this one people will potentially betray you more than Chitoi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most hated. Oh.
Yeah.
I know, people really don't use it. Alright, next.
No.
Half outside hand. Chanta.
This is
Chanta.
Chanta.
Done. Again, you can close or open it. It's when you have the terminal tiles, which are the edge tile, 1 or 9 in each of those groups. But in this one, you can also use the winds or the dragons. You can see here like the east wind and the green dragon is here. But you kind of need it, you know, the 1s and 9s or those wind dragons in all of the groups.
So each of the sequence groups, they need at least 1 or 9 in there. They can be any suit. And they can even be triplets as well.
You can have triplet, you can have a triplet of a 9.
Yeah, you can have a mix of sequences or triplets of everything. Just everything needs to have at least a 1, a 9 in there, you know.
Or one of those special tiles.
Yeah, or
Honor
special
tiles. Chanta. It's uncommon. I'll say that, it's uncommon.
I'd say it's halfly common. Because it is definitely one of the more common ones, but I don't think you'd really see it in Silver Room.
Yeah, people don't really learn about it, huh?
Gold Room. I think you'd see it in Gold Room a bit.
And a bit more in Jade Room.
Yeah, and a bit more in Jade Room, but not Silver Room.
Nah, Silver Room, I don't think anyone uses this. Unless they've played a lot of Mahjong before, I don't think they use this at all.
People wouldn't specifically directly see this one.
Yeah, they wouldn't like go for it unless like the example, they have like the East Wind or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they happen to have like 1 and 9s, but I don't think they'll like, oh, my hand is close to Chanta, I'm gonna try to go for this half outside hand. I don't think they'll go for it directly. Yeah, you're right. It's not that uncommon, huh? It's one of those ones where, for me, if I already have like a triplet of the dragon tiles or my wind or the prevailing wind or whatever, the table wind, and then I have a choice to make a group, right? I might break one of my existing groups and cheat, like take a tile from someone else to make it chanta.
I
Like
feel
that.
like this is definitely a calling hand type of yaku. It's like
Yeah, even though you
Yeah.
lose a hand, I think it's even more uncommon like closed hand. You're right.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like you do see it, but it's not usually one that you'd go closed because the middle tiles are so damn more useful most of the time, and this hand doesn't use any of those. So are you tossing them, or like would you toss those middle tiles? Like usually
4, 5,
this
6.
one would
4,
be,
5, 6 is not used at all. Yeah.
and because the middle tiles are generally more useful, especially if you don't have your groups already sort of set up kind of thing. Won't go into too many details, but usually you have to have a hand that's already, like, you can already see the different groups before you go for this. Otherwise it might be too slow. Just
True.
because you'll end up tossing a lot of useful tiles if you commit to it, when your hand isn't ready to go for this yaku. And that's why
true.
and that's why I
For
think
speed.
you'd call with this hand. Like you'd open your hand because to have that extra speed as well.
Yeah, you'd call for the speed. I've seen people win it close, but again, like pretty uncommon. Yeah. Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
When I go for it, sometimes I don't really expect to win.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like literally one away or tempai of like a lot of these tiles you can use for defense as well. So I'm kind of like, god damn it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get somebody's Riichi or something. Somebody's like waiting on one tile, they're Riichi. And then I get like a 4 or a 5 and it's not accounted for. I'm like, god damn it, I can't drop it. And then I just kind of fold.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it betray you?
It's not expensive as well. It's pretty cheap. Unless
Does it
you've got,
betray
other
you?
ways.
It doesn't always pay out.
It doesn't always pay out. No.
Oh man, it doesn't hate you though. It's not really his fault because it's
I'd
not
say-
using 4, 5, 6. It's not in other people's hands.
Yeah.
That
I'd
often.
say
You have to open
third tier.
I'd say 3rd tier too.
Because
It's
you
not a
don't wanna-
hand.
But you
If
don't
you're
want to commit to
half
it
pushing.
too early.
Yeah.
You don't want to commit to it too early until your hand is fairly, like you can see it right there. Yeah.
I know, right? I can't believe we put Pinfu above like half flush and like outside hand and stuff. Oh my god, Pinfu, what do we have
true.
against Pinfu?
True. What the?
Because I win on Pinfu a lot.
But how many times do you go for Pinfu?
Oh, but do I go for it directly? You're right. Alright, next.
But true. Are we two against Pinfu?
It is picky though. Picky as hell. It
It
is.
is.
It is a picky friend.
Very.
Fully
Alright.
outside hand.
Fully outside hand.
Where are you?
Oh man, I do like this one. But does it pay
You like
off?
this one?
Does it have your back?
It looks cool.
It looks
cool. Do I actually? No, it is harder than Chanta. It is harder than outside hand.
You know why? You know why it's harder than outside hand as well? Half outside hand?
I think
Because
I know
if
what you're
you-
thinking of. Yeah.
Because if you have a half outside hand, you can include dragons, right?
And wins.
And wind tiles, right? So they're possible sources of yaku that you can fall back on in case you don't get your half outside hand. Like if you want to, if you need to keep middle tiles, you can still do that and switch from a half outside hand to a normal, more common yaku, like a dragons or wind, right? But fully outside hand, you literally can't do that. You need to chuck those as well. And if you open your hand, that's it. You're fully committing to it.
It's true.
And you've got that added difficulty bonus of having to make everything include the terminal tiles, which are harder to complete than middle tiles generally, because they're harder to draw tiles for, like in terms of you know, the usefulness of those tiles. Like this is hard.
This one kind of annoying. Wait, how many hun is it again? It gets minus after one call.
I think it's 2 open, but 3 closed. It's one more than the half outside hand.
Right.
So if you open it, it's 2 hun.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I know it's just a little bit of a step up from the thing, but the thing is, I feel like in the end, you kind of run into that problem where people are discarding things at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because people know
that too, yes.
that like a lot of the 9s and the 1s are discarded early on, because obviously for hand efficiency, they're not that great. They always kind of form a bad weight at the end. So obviously people want a better weight. They discard it first. Now, so that means a lot of times your weight is not gonna be like 8 tiles. Like what, you know, a normal 2-sided weight. It's always less.
Yeah, the weight's always...
I mean, the fact that it's pen chance, now that I think about it, it's definitely less. And usually less than 4 tiles. Right? Wait, it's always less than 4 tiles. Oh no, unless you go for... if it was a shampoo, if it was a... No, not...
That's 4 maximum, right?
I think it's 4 max.
I think it's a maximum 4 tiles.
Yo, it's max 4? No, the weight is still not good.
The weight is generally bad.
Yeah, it's still bad. I can't redeem it.
You can't have a side weight because they're all itchy.
It's all bad.
They're all itchy.
Now, the good thing, the difference between this and like other yakus is at least usually people don't need them. So if they're pushing their own hand, maybe they'll be like, 1 and 9 is okay to push, like that. But if you open your hand a lot, people can see it anyway.
People can see it anyway, because once you start opening your hand with like 1s and 9s, people have this question mark above their head and they're like, what yaku is that person going for?
Yeah, is that the Junjiang Chanta?
Yeah, because it's a bit, to be honest, in Jade Room, people will question it if you open your hand with like a 1 or 9, to be honest.
Especially if... Yeah?
They cut out a lot of other yakus.
Especially
it means
if
you're going for something strange.
Especially if the Dora is like a 1 or a 9 and everyone's like, okay, I'm not dropping your weight.
Yeah.
It like they know, you have the triplet of the Dora, or like you have a pair of the 1 that's a Dora. It's like, I'm not dropping your weight. Yeah, this one kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's hard even if you commit to it.
Yeah.
It'll betray you a lot, to be honest, I think. This one.
First chance?
I don't know if I'd put it in the same tier. But,
I kind of want to rearrange the secretly hates you.
Yeah.
I feel like this one is like high, like one of the first ones in that second tier. If I were to put it here, I would put it here. People would be like at the end.
Tier. Yeah, I'd put fully outside hand on second tier, but it's definitely one of the trickiest ones.
No, all triplets here, man. all triplets second, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's worse? All triplets or fully outside hand? Fully outside hand.
Fully outside hand, yeah.
Fully outside hand is worse. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's either this one or like the top tier, to be honest. Woo. Okay, we have 6 left. All terminals and honors.
all terminals and honors, which is
Oh,
wow.
sheesh.
This is the one where it took a while to remember
Okay, I don't.
as well. Just because we're playing with 1s and 9s again. So this
Okay.
one might be one of the last yakus people remember,
I know.
to be honest.
To be honest, okay, I think immediately we can agree this one is the first tier.
It is hard.
This
But
is hard.
okay, yeah, we barely see it.
We barely see it, and I think
But-
it's for good reason.
To be honest,
Uh-huh.
beginner people are more likely to be ballsy enough to go for this one. I swear.
If they
I
know
think.
about it, maybe.
Because it looks pretty. And, you
Uh-huh.
know, you can pawn. So, you know, like that shiny button.
But it's gonna betray you.
It's gonna betray you. Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
why-
betray you.
that's why
There's
you go
gonna
for
be
it, but you
something
don't.
in the dead wall.
Mm.
There's gonna be like
Not as
someone's
much
using
as
it.
triplets. Not as much as triplets. Because how
Oh shit,
how,
not
like,
as much as
how
triple
restrictive?
triplets.
How restrictive is triplets? You literally need that same number. But this one, you can get 1 or 9 of any suit. You know,
And
That's like
you
6
might catch
different.
you might catch someone out. You might catch someone out. You might get
Yeah.
you might catch someone out where they're like, maybe I can. Yeah, triplets are useful tiles.
And to be fair, guys, all terminals and honors,
It's worth more.
quite close. It's quite close to like Yakumans and stuff.
Yeah, it's
because-
quite close to the Yakuman.
Because like you can almost go for a Yakuman with it
Mm.
if you've got like, you know.
Actually, this example hand, this example has not so good because they actually put triplets in there as well. They put like 111, 111, 111.
Oh, what the hell?
But
yeah,
this,
what the hell?
but
This is
actually
the-
this one could be like
this is
you
a
could have
massive hand.
999 of dots, 999s of characters, 111. Like it could be any ones or nine. This one's got like 2
Yeah.
yakus in there already.
And it's also got all
And it's
triplets.
also got like half flush in there as well. So
What?
yeah,
Oh no,
like,
it's not half flush. It's
oh no, it's not half
no,
flush. Sorry,
it's
my brain.
all triplets. It's all triplets.
Yeah, the triplets one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's harder
Mm.
than all triplets, obviously, but
Yeah, it'll betray you a lot. This one.
yeah, it could be half flush if you had the dragons instead.
It could be. Which makes the hand even bigger.
Yeah, so this one at
Mm.
least it's worth it because usually you'll be getting more points. You'll be getting other yakas with it as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be all triplets as well.
Mm. That's why I mentioned that
'Cause it's
beginner
all
people
on
are
it.
kind of more likely to be
Mm.
ballsy enough to go for it. Because it's pretty and it's a really big hand. Like, it can be a really big hand.
And like you said, Koto, it's close to the Yakuman. If that East was replaced with, like a 1 or another 9 or something,
Or
like a
just
pair of
another
9s.
9. It's literally a Yakuman.
So if it's only 1s and 9s, then it becomes Yakuman, and your points will like skyrocket. You're literally
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it deserves to be that top
But,
tier.
yeah.
Holy shit, it's gonna betray you
For
if
the
you go
payoff,
for it.
for the payoff, I don't think it's worth it.
Try
It's
it
like
in friendly
toy-
matches.
It's like Toy but on steroids.
Ah!
It's Toy on steroids and you get another 2 Han. I don't know.
Right. Try it in friendly matches only.
Mm.
Alright, pure double sequence is next.
Whoa. I think that's my favorite Yaku.
Oriampeko. It looks nice.
Oh, it's Ipeko.
Oh no, sorry, we're not doing.
Ipeko. Dark
Sorry.
Brother Ball Simple.
I'm jumping ahead. That's twice pure. That's Rian.
Exactly.
That's 2. Ipeko 1.
Ipeko,
Just one
yeah.
double sequence. Oops, I'm
Mm.
jumping ahead.
Just
It's
wanted
a dark
to,
brother. of
Just
all
wanted to
simples.
let you guys know though, that in Mahjong Soul it will probably not display like that most of the time. The double sequence might display
true.
as 1 1 2 2 3 3 instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
1 2 3 1 2 3. So if you know, if people are still learning the groups, it might be a little bit hard to see.
That's
I
true.
feel like for beginners, it might be hard to pick out because of the way that it's displayed. It won't display like that. That's all.
Oh yeah. It'll
Yeah.
arrange it as like the one will be next to each other. So like 1-1. Yeah. 1-1,
Yeah,
2-2,
1, 2.
2-3.
1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3.
It's true.
Mm.
Pure doubles. Ipeko, yeah, Ipeko. Why did I? Yeah, Ipeko first. This one happens
What do you think,
often.
Neon? Yeah.
It happens often. It's usually a
Honest critique.
honest critique.
Yeah. Mm.
It happens often, but sometimes by accident.
Mm.
Like, people are like, if it becomes pure double sequence, it's nice. But if it's not, I'll still win by Riichi.
I
Or
agree.
I'll still win by Pinfu.
I agree. It's like one that you look out for.
To get extra points, yeah.
Because it is definitely useful to increase points in your hand. But cutting out really, committing to it by chucking other really useful tiles isn't really worth it.
I agree.
But it can be hard. I think like it can be a little bit. This might be my sleepy brain talking, but I think the reason why it's kind of tricky is because sometimes there might be some complex weighting around the tiles there. Like if you see like a like 1 1 2 2 3 3, like if you have an extra 1, so if you have like a 1 1 1 2 2 3 3 and stuff, like what do you do?
Yeah, you'll see the triplet as well, right?
Like
You'll
there
see
might
the
be,
triplet
some
of the ones.
like some triplets mixed in there, and like you need to kind of look at the rest of your hand as well. Like do you cut out every other tile that sort of fits into that complex group in order to confirm this yaku?
And also it's closed only. It's a good yaku when you're dama, like you're only going closed. Like you're not going Riichi as well. It might be good.
Yeah.
If you already have it in your hand, I mean.
Yeah.
You can still win.
That's right. You can you don't really just need Riichi. You don't need Riichi to win off this one. So you can have your hand closed. You can win off other people. So it doesn't have to be a self-draw. And you don't need to Riichi. But it stacks with Riichi really well.
It does.
So I think a lot of people do Riichi.
The weight is still pretty good because you can win off other things.
Pretty good. The weight is pretty good because it can stack with Pinfu pretty well too.
Yeah.
It's another one that's like you can wait on a side weight, and if it hits that right side, then you get you're lucky and you get pure double sequence as an extra Han.
Yeah.
But even if you hit the other side, it's still Pinfu.
Kind of like mixed triple sequence.
Yeah, like mixed triple sequence, yeah.
Yeah, but it only requires 2 groups instead of 3.
But just as a general rule, if you do see this sort of thing, think hard whether you want to open your hand, because it literally gets crossed out. It's like a big X mark gets put on it if you open your hand.
Yeah, it says right there.
Won't work with an open hand at all.
Yeah, it says Menzenchin only, so only closed. Yeah.
Like you might think that it's still the yaku is still there, but it's really not. It doesn't work. It doesn't count.
It doesn't always got your back.
Doesn't always. Yeah.
It doesn't always got your back. Yellow.
I'd say because of the benefits, I'd say the yellow tier.
Yeah, me too, me too. This is pretty nice. This is a pretty nice little yaku, to be honest.
Like it doesn't
As long
hate
as you can
that
see it.
much. It doesn't it doesn't hate you that much.
And because it's only 2 groups, sometimes it will just kind of appear in your hand. You know?
It's older brother though. Yeah. Oh sorry, Nian. Keep going.
Yeah, this is the one. I was getting excited about this one for no reason. Oh,
It's
wait,
older brother.
hold on. I didn't
Older
get it up. I'll get it up. Where is it?
Holy.
Not this one, not this one. Yeah, the twice one. So I saw doubles in the name, because usually I remember it by the Japanese name. I saw doubles and I
Holy.
thought it meant like the twice pure. This is the twice pure one. This one's really pretty. Okay.
It's very pretty.
It's very pretty because, like the one before, it's got the same group of tiles twice, but twice.
Yeah.
TT,
It's very
twice.
because you'll be it's very very pretty.
But you
I'll
can
say
see
that.
the glaringly obvious problem about this
Also,
yaku that makes it hard,
yeah.
right? It takes up 4 groups, man.
4 groups for 1 yaku.
For 1 yaku, it's 4 groups. Closed only. Closed
You can't
only.
open your hand. Yeah, closed only.
But can stack with pinfu.
Can. And also, just another note, it's not that easy to see because like the pure double sequence, like the previous yaku mentioned, it won't look like that in game.
Yeah, it
It'll
doesn't look
look
like
like-
this.
It'll still look like with the bamboos, it'll look like 1 1 2 2 3 3, and with the pin tiles, it'll look like 2 2 3 3 4 4. So if you think about it, it'll look like Chitoi. It'll look like Chitoi.
It'll look like 7 pairs.
It'll look like 7 pairs. But because
This one's worth
one
more.
trumps- yeah, this one trumps 7 pairs.
Because of the 3.
You'll get this one. Yeah, it'll be worth 3.
You're right. Basically 7 pairs, but if you arrange it like this, it's the twice pure double. Yeah.
So it's a
But-
very very hard version of
7 pairs. No, but the
if
weight,
the 7 pairs look
the
alike, but
weight
it's
is
not.
better than 7 pairs.
The weight
The
is better,
final
yes.
weight is better because if you Riichi, or you can win on pinfu, you can win on a different tile.
That's alright. That's alright.
So
But
like
to
the
get
2,
there,
3,
Neon,
4, 2, 3, 4.
to get there though.
Even if you don't wait on the 2, you have the 3 and 4 dots in your hand.
Yeah.
That other group, you don't win on the 2, you win on the 5. You can still win on pinfu. And
But you need to get there, and you can't open your hand as well. It has to be
I've won
closed.
on this. I've won with twice pure double sequence 1 time.
Same once. Yep, once. Exactly once.
And I think when I did win on it, somebody else like said like a like and like a clapping sticker in Mahjong song because they were like impressed. They were like, "Ooh, twice pure double sequence. We don't see that very
I
often."
have to say, for me, it's one of the prettiest type of hands
Yeah.
to win on.
But again, it doesn't look
it's-
like this.
it's
It
nice.
looks like 7 pairs. It's like
Yeah.
a special upgraded version of 7 pairs.
Or like, well, it looks like an upgraded version, but it's actually, it's actually
How?
2 pure double sequences in the hand. Yeah.
Okay, well, the fact that it can win better than 7 pairs means that it kind of still hates you. Where should we put it on the tier list?
No, but Neon, it's so much harder to get to than 7 pairs, so I'd say it betrays you a lot.
Yeah, but when you...
It betrays you so
Because
much.
even if you go for it, you shouldn't go for it, basically, right?
Yeah.
You
it's
shouldn't
so-
aim to go for it.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can't
Maybe it
Like,
secretly hates our ass.
and 7 pairs, you can change your weight. This one you cannot change your weight to get it. You literally have to commit to the one weight, really. You know, like
You can still pinfu though. You can still pinfu.
You can.
Is it really
But-
worse than fully outside though?
No, but like, it's so hard. Fully outside?
Is
You
it
can't.
really
Well,
worse than
but
fully
consider this: fully outside, you can open it. You can
Can
pawn
open that.
and stuff.
outside?
This one you cannot pawn. You need to have the tiles. You know, and even if you end up waiting on a side weight, you need the right weight to get it. So
That's
it's like
true. I
you
see.
get caught,
It betrays
but
you
no
for
cigar.
pinfu. I get it. Okay, never mind. Leave it in that tier.
It's still,
It
it's still
betrays you for
betrays
pinfu. I
man.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and like
Pinfu,
if
your
you
backup
commit-
friend.
Mm.
Maybe I should move pinfu down.
And think about it, and if and you know there is a chance.
Maybe I should
where,
move pinfu down.
yeah, and you know there is a chance where you wait for it,
Uh-huh.
as not a side weight. So it's like, you know, in the pin tiles, if the last one you're waiting for is actually the 3 pin. right?
Uh-huh.
So you've got a 2 and a 4 pin and waiting on just the 3 pin. It's just the 3 pin.
Yo, I'm thinking, Koto, because pinfu is
It's
actually
so sad.
useful for
Yeah.
a lot of these other like sequency
So you mean
kind
it
of
helps out a lot.
yakus. It
gotta
kind of
bring it
helps
down?
out the other one. I didn't realize its kindness. I feel like I want to push it to
That's true.
the front of how could you do this to me, Tia?
Hmm.
Yo, when
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, I
started
think
thinking
we're- I
about
think
the
we're
other
in-
ones, like for example, pure straight, the one where you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like
Yeah.
that. Those ones,
Yeah, or mixed triple sequence.
or mixed
and
triple
stuff,
sequence and
like-
stuff. Pinfu kinda a nice friend, you know?
Mm. It's like one
Even
that
though
you
it's
still fall
picky.
back on. You still fall back on when you go for other ones.
Right. It still got you. It still got your back
Still
a
got
little
you-
bit.
It still got you if you play closed hand. So
Right.
Yeah.
Even
So
though
maybe
sometimes you Riichi on, you know, you Riichi and then the pinfu comes and then you're like, frick.
yes, that has happened.
And then you can't change your weight. Ugh.
I know.
We got 3 left, Koto.
All right, let's do this.
3 quads.
3 quads.
My brain is dying thinking about yakus.
Holy crap!
3
3 quads.
quads. Now, if anyone has perused the Yakumans,
Oh my god.
aka God tier level Mahjong Yakus, you can see that this one's actually pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close to basically the hardest of the Yakumans, which is 4 quads.
Well, why are they adding the triple quad thing in there again? Like, you don't need
I know! Why they got the 3 thing going on?
you
Like,
don't need all 3 threes. You just need four of the 4. You just need 4 quads.
yeah, just 4 of anything. And quads
I mean,
means
3.
can't.
I mean, 3 quads, not
3
4.
quads.
Sorry.
4 quads
Yeah.
is like the hardest Yaku apparently, according to statistics.
Yakuman.
It's the hardest Yakuman in like the whole Riichi Mahjong game.
Mm.
So this one means you have to call Kang. Okay, you have to call Kang, meaning you need to grab all of these tiles. And since
Yep.
basically.
This one is dicey as, I'd say it's dicey AF. You know why? Because
Yeah.
it's just the act of calling Khan, right?
Yeah.
And like more often than not, like you'll have to like you can't make use of these anymore. You can't fall back on anything because you've basically said these 4 tiles will just be a quad and nothing else. Oftentimes 4 tiles of the same thing, especially middle tiles, can still be quite useful for different groups, right? Like think about having 4-3, like the right group, 4-3 of bamboos,
Uh-huh.
right? but then you have a 4 of bamboo next to it,
Uh-huh.
right?
I know, right? And then you had to cut the 4.
Like it's still useful in many stages if you have like any tile that's kind of next to that quad. It'll be still quite useful. But you're basically grabbing the quad, putting it to the side, and saying, "You'll be a quad, and you'll be nothing else." Right?
And your hand will be very small. But I realized, Koto, one thing. You don't need to call Khan. Now that I'm just thinking, you don't need to call Khan. Assuming, though, you actually draw it yourself. You have the 4 tiles in your hand.
No, but you still have to call Khan, Neon, because it's too many tiles.
Oh, there's still too many tiles. You still need to call it.
Yeah, you need to call it. Because
yeah, it's still too many tiles.
You need to grab extra. You need to call it, then grab an extra tile. Because to have it in your hand, it's taking spaces of other
Yeah, that's
groups.
true. That's true.
Yeah, if you count the tiles, it's actually more than the usual hand. I believe the
17
usual
tiles,
hand is. Yeah, it's usually 14.
Yeah.
That's why Khan's so hard.
Yeah, that's true. You still need it, and obviously. Khan increases the Dora. It opens another Dora indicator.
Yeah.
Okay. And here it means it opened another 3. Freaking hell. Wait, is the max 4 Khans? 4 more Khans?
I think
right?
and Demir, you're right. I think 3 quads is rarer than some Yakumans. And like Neon said, there is literally, I think, if people kind of share calling Khan, if people call Khan, like, please someone correct me if I'm wrong, but if different people call Khan and it gets to 4, it aborts the game.
What is it called?
4 Khan abortion.
Sukan Nagare?
Yeah, Sukan Nagare, yeah.
Sukan Nagare? So basically 3 quads and 4 quads, if other people call Khan, you literally can't win on it.
Yeah.
Right? If other people call Khan, you literally can't quit. That is one of the hardest thing about like that 4 quads, 3 quads thing as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's freaking dangerous.
It's dangerous because you're literally restricting your hand so much.
I think it was like Riichi City or something. They had this ad once, and it was like the player. Obviously it was just an AI match or whatever. It was just an example, but they got like 4 quads, and I was like, what the frick? In my dreams.
I know.
Kota's breaking up. Okay, but yeah, I was like, oh my god, I wish. Whoop. Are your ears okay, everyone? Kota's microphone did well for a while. But yeah, I don't know, man. This is all good. I don't think Kota is gonna disagree with me on this one. You can't hate triplets enough to put it before 3 quads.
No, true, yeah. Yep.
You cannot. I've never even tried to go for 3 quads.
Yeah, actually, 3 quads is, I'd say worse than triplets. Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah. Alright, Koto, 2 left. We're getting pretty, like, on the pointy end now. The kind of, like, beside the Yakuman ones. So, the next one is Little 3 Dragons. Basically, if you've seen the Yakuman Big 3 Dragons, which is getting a triplet of the white, the green, the red dragon, you actually get awarded if you get close. It's called Little 3 Dragons. So basically you have triplets of the other 2, but one of them you only have a pair of.
Right. To be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest, literally the Yakuman is right there. That I think more often than not, people just get the Yakuman. But
I don't think anyone goes for Little 3 Dragons unless they're like, this is enough to win.
Yeah, like
This is
Little Three
enough for
Dragons.
me.
Little Three Dragons is okay, but more often than they don't, they just go for the Yakuman.
For example,
or they end up getting the Yakuman anyway.
well, like
rather
for
than-
example, Koto, in this example here,
you
if
wouldn't stop
they're-
yourself from,
if they're
yeah,
not at first, yeah.
you know,
For example, if here they have 3 white, 3 green, 2 red, somebody drops the red.
right?
Would you
still
not break
pawn,
your hand
right?
for it?
Yeah, you'd still pawn, and
Right.
and yeah.
You'd still pawn, right? Because then maybe you can go into like a half flush or something like that.
Yeah,
and it-
oh, is it the
yeah. Can you say it again?
Consider the point difference. With
Uh-huh.
Little Three Dragons, you also get, you know, the score from the honor
The white, the
tile. So
green.
you get like
Oh.
white, green, little Three Dragons. But that's like 4 Han. Three
It's like
Three
barely.
big dragons. 3 big dragons is
barely-
a Yakuman, which is
4
equivalent
Han.
to 13 Han. 13
Exactly.
Han.
With barely a mangan. If you
Yeah,
have like
4
one Dora, maybe
Yeah.
you know, maybe
Yeah.
mangan if you have like 1 Dora because you're waiting on like the honor tile or
Yeah.
something like that. If you're waiting for honor tile.
Like for
Other
for just one more tile that probably isn't going to be useful for other people anyway.
You jump from 4 to 13.
You know, like wouldn't you gamble on it? And
Especially if you're
Yeah.
4th.
yeah. Unless in that situation where 2 of the red dragons have been dropped so early on that you know that you can't get another red dragon. You know?
Yeah, but
The
that's not
only-
the Yaku betraying you. That's not the Yaku betraying. I
Yeah.
guess it is.
Maybe, yeah, but yeah.
Poor little 3 dragons. I don't think anyone cares about this one that much.
Well,
No one cares about this one, to be honest.
I don't mind it,
Mm.
but it's so close. Like literally, Big Three Dragons is right next door, right there. So
I don't think people care. It's right there. Big 3 dragons is
Yeah.
right there. Little 3 dragons. Everyone, when they see it, they're like, Xander.
yeah,
You know, they're like, they didn't get. I don't think anyone's like, okay, if I don't get Big 3 dragons, at least I'll get Little 3 dragons. I don't think people say that. They're like, God damn it, I was so close to Big 3 dragons. I think it would have been more like that, right?
yeah. You wouldn't actively, you know, you wouldn't actively not go for Big Three Dragons unless you're, unless in situations where you really don't need the Yakuman, but you need just enough, and you're right there, and other people are right there. I don't know, like certain situations, you'd stick with this one, but come on, the Yakuman's right there.
Yakuman's right there. I don't know. What do you think? I feel like we should add another tier.
Yeah.
I
Or
feel like I should
feel-
add another tier. Can
I
I?
feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad because it's not that it's betraying you as much. It's like it's sort of like you weren't really like you'll betray it kind of thing.
You'll betray it.
Will be betrayed.
Gets betrayed.
Yeah, like gets betrayed kind of thing. You know, like
Oh my god. There we go.
would you put it at the bottom? Or
Oh yeah, I could.
mm.
There we go. Where are you?
Ah,
3 little dragons.
You know.
There we go. Alright.
No.
We're finally on our last one.
On the last one.
The one
Before we
that
go.
I feel like, because we're going to the more obscure now, we put it in there because it's still a yaku that you need to actively go for. So this is still a yaku that you actively need to go for. Otherwise, you can't win on it, right? It's still something that you have to have in your mind. Like, okay, I need to, I put my trust in you. I put my trust in you. I hope it works in my favor, sort of thing.
Yeah, true.
And this is a special one. It's called Mangan at Draw. Why it's so special is because it's not a yaku that you win with your hand, and you don't win with Ron or Tsumo. Okay, so it's actually it's a yaku that you win with the tiles that you drop. It looks at the tiles that you drop, and if they are all honor tiles, so the winds, the dragons, or the terminal tiles, 1s and 9s, if all of them that you dropped were the terminal tiles or honor tiles, then you would get 8,000 points. You would get equivalent to Mangan.
There are several conditions though, which need to be met and inclusive of your discards. So the first extra condition is the fact that people cannot call pawn. They can't call pawn or they can't call chi on what you discarded as well. So, for example, if you dropped a red dragon tile and someone had 2 red dragons in their hand and
they
then
took
they
it.
call pawn, that's it. You gotta forget about Nagashi. You've got to forget about this yaku. You can't. Like, even if you drop terminals and stuff till the end of the round, you're not going to get it. You gotta forget about it before you make that mistake, man.
Oh man, yeah. This is a one where other people can mess it up.
Yeah,
other people can mess up.
You might not even realize.
Oh, dude.
But then you'll be like, why didn't I get it? But that's because someone pawned your dragon. So that's
oh
something.
God,
that
this backstabs you hard.
And the other condition is that literally no one can win. It has to be a round when no one has won.
Right.
Like, people can get to Tenpai, which means like they get to their final weight, but no one can win a hand, because if they win, then they win.
Then they just win.
And then you're just stuck there. And then you're just there, and then you just let them win. Right?
And the fact that and the fact that you're dropping all of the 1s, the 9s, the honor tiles, like the dragons and stuff at the beginning. Oh my God, if someone reaches, what do you do?
You've got middle tiles, which are quite useful tiles in your hand.
Unless, but you're actively trying to discard them. Maybe you go for Nagashi Mangan like later on, Mangan at draw. But like, if you give up on it and drop one of the Genbutsu, like a tile that is definitely 100% safe, then maybe you have to give this up again.
Yeah, you have to give it up anyway.
Because what if the weight is a 1 or a 9 or one of the honor tiles? It could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
Exactly.
So you're still gonna get screwed over.
That's
and
right.
if someone's Riichi, they're probably gonna... There's like basically half chance that their Riichi is going to work. This is assuming that no one ends up winning their hand.
Right.
At the end of the round. No one ends up winning.
Like, if they win their hand, then that's it as well.
Yeah.
And also, what was it? It was like... Oh, and the problem that you'll probably run into, like 99.99% of the time, is that you just run out of edge tiles.
Yeah, you run out of edge tiles. And you'll get useful Dora and you're like, shit.
Yeah. Like, what if you and this is just dangerous because if you were committing to it,
Oh my
but then
god,
you
Koto.
run out halfway, you know, but then if you run out halfway, your hand is most likely really screwed up as
Yeah, it's
well
messed up.
because and there's this defense thing called sakigiri, which is to chuck useful tiles when you don't need it as fast as possible. When you don't need it, because they're more likely to be dangerous if someone's
Needs
waiting.
it later on. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know which tiles, would be dangerous later on, but it happens to be a middle tile, so you keep it because you want to only drop, the edge tiles, then you're basically keeping a lot of the dangerous tiles and you've run out of edge tiles. But then you haven't tossed those dangerous tiles. What are you gonna do? You're gonna find another tile that's safe in your hand, but what if you can't find one?
Exactly.
And your hand's screwed up. Your hand is screwed up, is what I mean. Like it's kind of hard to do this and have a good hand at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah, you'd run out.
Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for
NTR,
the follow.
love
NTR,
you.
love you. NTR.
Thank you.
Like, gosh. Thank you for following.
Thank you for following.
I see people try it. I see people try. I'm like, oh no, fishy. Look at that. Like, it's a little bit obvious. Kind of hard to stop.
Right.
It's kind of hard to stop them because obviously you're like it's whatever they drop. It's not anything in their hand. Yeah.
Right.
But it's too hard to complete. That's the thing. Thank you, Azure Sniper. I need to get some water.
Yeah,
Koto's cutting out. But yeah.
Thank you.
But I feel like this is one of the ones. Koto, I think this has to go on the topmost tier, but somewhere.
Yes, it has to go on the top.
But somewhere. Where? Which one should we put it next to? Mangan at draw. Is it okay?
I'd say behind triplets.
Bro, I was going to say, like, I feel like I've seen this one at least 2-3 times in my, like, what, 800, 900 games or whatever. 900 games. I've seen this one at least 2 times, 2-3 times. But triplets, I haven't seen it once.
No, that's
Even in the games that I played, no one goes for triplets, man.
Like
Do they?
And even if I
Phantom.
don't really, and even if I might have seen this Mangan at draw, like I think I've seen it twice. I think I got it once.
Yeah.
But I think the chance.
Wow. Bro, we'll try to fix it. Hello?
The chance of betraying you is pretty high.
It is.
Sorry, guys. I'll
It's
see
alright.
what I can do.
Yeah. No, it's okay now. Yeah. The chance of it betraying us is super duper high. And the fact that it's just hard to execute. 3 quads, Koto. I think the worst thing about it is it just makes it a bad place to play. Like that whole round becomes really dangerous to play. Thank you, Azure Sniper, though. Thank you for the care package. I'm gonna stretch a lot, and yeah.
Thank you.
I need to get more water soon, though. I will. We actually reached the end, though.
Yay! Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Wait, before we go, let's just like review it a little bit. If you're looking at my screen, Koto, what is there any that you want to change? This is Paint Twins' Mahjong Betrayals tier list, by the way, guys. It's very subjective, but we have given our reasons. we have put it on a plate for you as to why these yakus will betray you and no notice, or they can be your reliable buddy. We did end up adding a tier list for poor Three Little Dragons though.
Yeah.
You gotta admit, no one cares for it.
Hiya girl, hello.
Hiya girl, hello. Welcome.
Welcome.
Like, you gotta admit, everyone's thinking about the Yakuman. Like, at least 3 quads. People are like, okay, the 4th quad is a little bit far away, right? They're just, you know, it's like, oh, if I win on 3 quads, it's fine, kind of thing. The weight is not too bad. But three little dragons.
3 quads to 4 quads. 3 quads to 4 quads is still. There's a big gap between those. You know, it's not like 3 little dragons and big little dragons. It's not the same as 3 little and big dragons. 3 quads and 4 quads is massively different.
No, and the fact that you'd probably have other Dora there as well, so you're kind of excited about that.
Yeah.
You're kind of excited. Yeah, there's like Dora all over the field, all over the shop.
There's Dora there, which makes it potentially more dangerous.
Yeah, like everything's more dangerous. That's why it's up there.
And it's that quad, you know, it's that kun limit, the limit of kuns that you can do. So when it's 4, literally you have to be the only person making the kuns. But with three kuns, you know, sometimes potentially it can be, you know, one other person. Oh, I don't know if it can be, can it?
Koja's dying. We need to go soon. I think I'm okay with this. All simples, dragon seat wins. Sorry, Hayogoro. Sorry, Hayogoro. Koja's mic is dying. And DG prevalent, close and win, 3 control. I think I'm okay with this. Pinfu is actually quite high on the list, to be honest.
Sorry.
But you guys know it, Pinfu is kind of picky. Off outside hand, mixed triple.
Yeah. The only one I'm not sure about is Pinfu. Yeah, I feel like it does support a lot of other yakus.
How could you do this to me though? Fully is a little bit harder.
Thank you for the follow, Liquid
Thank you, Liquid Green VT. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Or maybe Pinfu I would put at the end of how could you do this to me? Like, you know.
Like this? I'm okay with that.
Like, because it supports mixed triple sequence and you know.
Yeah, because it supports, because we put it high up
double and stuff.
In the Betrayals tier list because it's so picky. But then when we started talking about the other yakus, we realized that, you know, all the sequency kind of yakus kind of fall back on Pinfu.
Yeah. Oh, Hayogoro, thank you for the follow.
Thank you both for following. Hayogoro and Liquid
Reach. That's amazing. Oh my god.
Wow. Thank you.
Woo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, because maybe, you know, it's like Pinfu isn't just popular with players, but it's also popular with Yaku as well.
That's true. Yeah, it's popular with the other yakus. Yeah.
Which makes it more useful for us.
A little bit more reliable. Yeah.
You
so
know,
true.
like there's some yaku that completely wants you to dedicate 100% to it, but Pinfu is that cushion for a lot of yaku where you don't need to dedicate 100%. Yeah. So that makes it more reliable.
It makes sense now.
It makes it have your back, you know.
I'm just rearranging this one, Koto. A little two-faced one. I think 3 concealed is still. I think it should be closer to the other tier.
Yeah.
I think because if it's closer to this side, a little less reliable. you know.
Right,
This side
right.
is a little bit more reliable. I
Yeah,
hope
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys enjoy. Riichi has its flaws, but it's still very, very based. I will keep saying that. Close hand win,
Very
no,
based.
I'm sorry, close hand win. Riichi's better than you. I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
Prevalent win got your back. Yeah, prevalent win's easier to work with. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit two-faced. because,
Remember where we considered hand value, but obviously this is more like when you go for a certain yaku and then
you get
it ends up
betrayed by
not
it.
working. Yeah, it ends
Yeah,
up not working.
If you go for the yaku, how screwed are you, kind of thing?
Yeah,
the
not
possibility.
not just the point value. Sometimes the point value does not justify enough. You know.
That's right.
Like fully outside hand, it still secretly hates you.
Yeah.
Even though it's a lot of hand.
That's right.
All right.
I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah.
Me too. I'll probably post it on Twitter or something. Sorry, X. But it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. Thank you for sticking with us for this long.
Yes, thank
But
you
we
so
did
much.
it! Yay!
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this year for our New Year's resolution. Koto and I were thinking, oh yeah, we gotta do more like creative streams. So
Yes.
yeah, we obviously play mahjong, but we wanna kind of, I don't know, our passion is kind of teaching people mahjong. Or at least discussing. I'm not really one to like, okay, let's sit down and like, only talk serious mahjong. I want us to have fun.
Right.
I want new people to get into it as well.
We want to break that barrier, that of starting mahjong.
Yeah. So we want to do more streams about like, having fun with mahjong, teaching people mahjong. I've taught some people in real life like to play. I'm not an expert or anything, but even the basics, I feel like if there's someone there to help you out with like questions and stuff, it really helps.
Right.
So that's why we need art students. I know. Art streams,
yeah.
it's kind of hard for me to do rigging and stuff on stream though, because I need to like, whenever I do art streams or rigging, I always try out new things. So I have YouTube open and stuff, and it's a little bit like uncomfortable for me. But yeah, we can try a lot of different creative streams, okay? But yeah, as for scheduling goes, tomorrow night we are playing.
Oh,
thank you, Modi Gay Furry. Modi Gay Furry. Thank you so much for following. Welcome. It's really taxing on PC. Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
Maybe.
I see.
Yeah, as for scheduling goes, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. JST, kind of the same time as we started today, we're going to play with Shinuki Ayato VT. We're gonna continue Stardew Valley. He's kind of a pro at it, so we're kind of learning from that as well, and it's also really fun. Yeah, we usually play it on Wednesday nights, but yeah, scheduling changes a little bit on his side as well. So yeah, but it works for us. On Sunday, very exciting, Koto and I are going to introduce Mahjong to two new people.
Yes.
If it all goes well. Zen Kuya and Kei Bizuru. Yeah, to Kei and Zen. Hoping to get more people to Mahjong. So if you enjoy those sort of videos and streams, please stick around. Yeah, and also friendly matches. We'll have more friendly matches. Let's play together on Mahjong Soul. Yeah, join the Discord if you have questions about Mahjong. It's behind me here. Mahjong Tea House. Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for sticking around for so long. Bye bye.
See ya. Have a good day, morning, night.
Have a good day, morning,
Yeah.
night. See ya. Bye
Thank you
bye.
for the stream.
Thank you for
See
the
ya.
stream. See ya.
Bye.